The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 288, being recorded on December the 21st, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, and when Jesus walks out today, I'm joined by my friend from Little Ohio, the Mayo.
Hey, what's up, Jesus? How you doing?
Welcome, Mayo. Welcome. I'm doing mighty fine, sir. Thank you for asking. How you doing?
Good. Really good.
Nice. And from the West Coast, the best coast.
Woo, 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 woo.
Jonathan D. Hall's friend. Pipe Dream.
I'll just be known as Jonathan Hall's friend.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jonathan Hall's friend in the house.
Jonathan Hall's friend in the house. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. Leave us a review on iTunes, thumbs up on Stitcher, leave us a review on Google Play. And you can also follow us on Facebook at Horrible Gamers Podcast. That is our page. You like that page, you can leave a review on the page as well. And in the page, there is a link to the group. It's a closed group, so that means when you click on there, you click to join the group. It's going to ask you a few questions to join. Once we accept it, then you're in the group and all that good stuff. Anything you post in the group is not visible to people that are not part of the group. And yeah, that's how that goes. And you can support the show by heading on over to Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. You can support the show with the monies like our friends Adam Sunday, Alan Maybe H, Bill Gardner II, Brandon Willier, Brian Capessa, Chad, Commandalorian, David Snyder, Evan Tanaka, Henley M, Jesse Kraft, John Jerome, Jonathan D. Hall, M. Polo, Mechmod, Nipron, Pork Chop Poo, Robbie Wheat, The Mayo, Subator, and Vader Holic. Thanks to all of you for being Patreon supporters. And a big thank you to Pork Chop Poo today on the stream. While I was streaming Death Stranding, he dropped some members. He dropped by and he dropped some members on my stream. Thank you, Pork Chop Poo. He said Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you as well, friend. And you can support the show by heading on over to Redbubble. At Redbubble, you can buy different things, Mayo, like
a clock.
A clock, that's right. A clock, a block, a sock.
Sick. He doesn't need a clock.
A shower curtain.
And a shower curtain. It doesn't rhyme like normally said last week. That doesn't rhyme at all.
But we have to say it. It's like a staple now.
Yeah, the shower curtain. You have to get... I want somebody to buy the shower curtain, damn it. Fuck. Someone needs to buy it. Someone go and buy the shower curtain over at Redbubble. You search for the Horrible Gamers, and you'll see a person wearing a shirt. Once you click on that, you're going to be able to go down and see 70 more items. So there's like over 70 items actually in the store available for purchase. There's anything from clocks to blocks to socks and all that good stuff. So go and buy some stuff from from Redbubble. And lastly, Stitcher. You can head on over to Stitcher. We're an affiliate with Stitcher and we're proud to be an affiliate with them. And you can use a promo code when you sign up for premium, which will only cost you $4.99 a month or $34.99 a year. With premium on Stitcher, you get ad-free listening, as well as access to a bunch of Stitcher originals, bonus episodes, comedy albums, and so much more. While sign up, you can use promo code Horrible Gamers, all caps, no spaces, and you get a free month when you sign up for Stitcher.com/premium. There you go, people. Promo code Horrible Gamers. And another way to join us, people, is in our Discord. It's something that I haven't really talked about on the show. But I kind of want to talk about it because, Discord, go join it. There's actually a link to our Discord always in our show notes. There's links in our show notes for everything. There's links for the stream. There's links for Discord. There's links for Patreon. There's links for everything in the show notes. So make sure you read the show notes. Click on that link. Join our Discord. It takes nothing but 2 seconds. Once you join it, you become part of the Discord. And it's easier to get a hold of us on there, I feel like, than it is anywhere else.
So definitely.
Go join the Discord, people. Go, go, go.
Good little community.
Anyways, let's get to talking about video games. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to do this. Shout out to Follow and Twistics. Our intro song is done by them, and it's called Breakout. It's a special HGP remix. And shout out to Broke for Free. Our outro song is Night Owl by them. Thank you guys for letting us use your music for the intro and outro sections of our show. All right, let's talk about video games, gentlemen. Games that I played.
You seem excited. You like you're ready to play. Talk about what you've been playing. Jesus.
Well, I am. So
I can tell. I can just see you.
I played some more Death Stranding this week, and man.
Oh no.
Man.
I'm near the
end. I'm near the end of the game.
What do you think?
It's a lot of what the fuck is going on right now.
Really?
There's a lot of cutscenes. Everything is a cutscene. But yeah, I'm at the point where Emily got rescued, but she was at the beach, and then the President Strand was there, and then the black dude, Die Hard Man, showed up, and he pulled a gun on the president, and he tried to shoot her, but she's dead already, so he can't kill her. And then the dude came out from the water, and the army guy came out, and he was like, "Oh, motherfucker, I know you." And the guy knows the guy, and he knows who Die Hard Man is, and apparently they were friends in the past or something before the army guy died and went into the beach and became a BT. And then Emily pushed me down into the ocean, and I fell, and I woke up, and then Dead Man was there, and he's like, the world is ending, you need to go find the president, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. The game has become fucking chaos. I don't know what's happening. Wow. I don't know what's going on.
It sounds like you got it.
I would yell at you for spoiling it for me, but I didn't understand what you just did.
There's so much shit going on in there, but I'm near the end. It's actually quite a lot of fun. I fought a huge BT, so I thought the last 2 BTs that I fought were big. This guy was bigger. It was kind of a bitch to take him down, but I have crazy weapons now, kind of spoilery, but not really. But I have a rocket launcher.
Does that come with your poop?
All right. No, but I could shoot rockets made out of my blood against the BTs. So, yeah, what's up, bitches? I got a rocket launcher. I also got a grenade launcher, got shotguns, got assault rifles. It's like a totally American game. Yeah.
You have a vehicle?
I have all the vehicles. I have a motorcycle. I have a level 3 motorcycle now, level 3 vehicle, like a truck, level 3 truck. I got a defensive truck, and I got a level 3 range truck, like a long range truck, so I can travel super long distances with the battery or whatever. I got a level 3 truck as well. I pretty much got all my stuff to level 3. I got a level 3 speed skeleton, so my guy can run super fast. I got one of those level 3. I got a level 3 a cargo skeleton, so I can carry super amount of weight, 400 pounds or some shit. And then I got another type of skeleton. Oh, it's a terrain one. So you fall down less in the terrain.
Oh, it doesn't hurt?
No, you don't lose your balance as much.
Oh,
as
you don't.
If you're running up rocks or the side of a mountain, the skeleton keeps you on balance a little bit more. And I unlocked recently a new little jetpack thing I could attach to my backpack.
Jetpack?
And the little jetpack, what it does is, if I'm falling over, the little thing it's kind of like a spaceship. You ever seen a rocket in space? The way they kind of straighten themselves out when they're in space, they're trying to rotate the little thrusters. You go,
thrusters, yeah.
It kind of straightens them out. That's kind of what it is, but for your backpack. So if you're falling over, the little thing goes, and you're fucking. The guy will stand back up and be like, "Oh shit!" I got that. I got an extra battery pack in my backpack as well. It hangs off of my backpack. And it's a fucking extra battery for my guy. So a lot of cool shit that I have. I have power gloves, these fucking gloves that you can punch people super hard with or whatever, or you can carry heavy ass shit in your hands. And they also help you if you're sliding down a mountain, they help you stop quicker or whatever.
I got some boots.
Yeah, got level 3 boots, all that good shit, man. All the level 3 shit. Pretty much I'm at the end of the game. So now all I'm doing is I'm going after Emily, because somehow she's The key
She's your girl.
she's the key to everything. She's the key to the end of the world, pretty much. She knows she can end the world too. And somebody took her hostage, and
Yeah.
and I
Oh,
pretty
that
much
part.
have to go kill him or something. I don't know, something. I have to go do something. Just like, watch so many cutscenes. But I left off at the point where now I'm at the base where I'm supposed to go get her or something, or meet some people. They're gonna help me go get her. But there's like a tornado, like a fucking twister thing on top of the base, and the skies are all fucking gray. Everything's rain. It looks fucking wild. And so that's where I left off. I saved the game there. I plan to finish it hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow evening, and not Monday, maybe Christmas. I don't fucking know when I'll finish it. Sometime this week.
Good luck.
But yeah, Death Stranding. People.
Interesting. I remember before this game, I think it was before the game came out. Remember we were talking about, we had heard the game had like a 2-hour cutscene basically
Yeah,
at
that's what
the
I'm
end.
worried about.
But then somebody was saying it was kind of broke up with a little bit of gameplay in between. So I wonder if that's where, the part you're
I
at.
wonder
then
if that's
you
where
get
I'm
a bunch
at,
of
because I've
cutscenes.
seen a lot of cutscenes, dude. Like I'm like talking like cutscenes after cutscenes after like cutscene. It's like, what the fuck, man. So I wonder.
So
If
are
that's where
you
I'm at.
enjoying the cutscenes? Like, are you all into the cutscenes? Or
Oh,
are
I
you just
am.
confused?
Yeah, like it's not making sense, but I kind of make sense of it. I kind of understand what the fuck is going on, but at the same time, I don't. Because they like it's really weird. It reminds me of like anime. You know what I mean? Have you ever watched anime?
No, I don't
Anime
watch it.
is very like, it's not straightforward.
Yeah, I think
Like American television is pretty much straightforward. Like they kind of like tell us what's going on, like beat after beat. And anime does a lot of shit where it jumps around sometimes, and it just, you're like, what the fuck? There'll be like three different storylines going on, and this kind of feels like an anime where like there's so much shit going on, and you're just trying to pay attention to it all. You're like, if you don't fucking pay attention to it, you can easily lose yourself. You'll be like, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I think that's a good comparison actually, because if you like with the anime, I know that you're also looking at it through a layer of translation, because it's Japanese usually, and
Yeah.
so Death Stranding is also a Japanese game, so maybe it's part of
Yeah, I think he has
confusion.
yeah, I think there's something there where Hideo Kojima had some design decisions, and he made a game he wants to make, and at the same time, I understand that, but at the same time, I can see how it can be really confusing for
I'm struggling
us.
with it, man. I'm struggling with it.
It's fucking hard to understand, because you don't understand what's going on. All of a sudden, they're talking about one thing, and then they're talking about some other bullshit that happened fucking 30 years ago, and then they're talking about something that happened now. And they're talking about this guy and this girl and that dude and what the fuck's going on with the BBs and all. I was like, what the fuck, dude? It's like a bunch of shit's coming at you at once at the end of the game. It's fucking wild. But I look forward to finishing it. I look forward to see where the story wraps up and what happens in the end. Because I pretty much already connected everything, Mayo. So like I connected the whole country back to the network or whatever. So now I'm dealing with the fallout of that. Because I did that, the bad guys were able to find the girl. So I had to fight the bad guys, and then somehow we did fine. I beat the bad guy, but then another shit happened, and now the girl's gone again, so now I have to find her. And then the game is fucking funny, dude. Because there's a cutscene in the game where it's kind of spoilery. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to this part for like the next minute or so. There's a cutscene in the game where where Emily and Sam Porter Bridges are talking, right? And they're talking about like what happened, like why did she, like why did I have to go rescue her or whatever? Like he's telling her, like, why did I have to go rescue you? And like she's telling him that, oh, it's all because of this plan. We had this plan, and she's like, I could have traveled back to the east anytime I wanted to, but I knew we needed you to connect the network, so I like stayed over here so like you could come all the way across to get me.
Just
And
waiting.
he was like, you motherfucker. So he was like, he compared himself. He was like, so I'm Mario and you're Princess Peach, and she's like, yeah. And I was like, what? Hideo Kojima really
Essentially.
just dropped this on the middle of the game. He compared himself to Mario and her to Princess Peach. And I was like, what the fuck? It's fucking crazy. I couldn't believe they actually compared him to that. But it kind of makes sense. Like you're trying to rescue this girl or whatever, and she
Your
keeps getting
princess
herself in
is
fucking
always in
trouble.
another castle.
Yeah, she's always in trouble or always fucking up or something, Bad guy's always taking her away. You got to give it up to Troy Baker though. He plays a really good bad guy. He is Higgs in the game. This guy named Higgs.
Yeah, I was going to ask who the bad guy was.
He plays a really good bad guy. Yeah, it's Troy Baker. And at
Okay.
the end of the game, you actually see a lot of him, and you get to fight him. And there's a whole scene in the game where like it turns into a fighting game. It turns into like a fighting game. There's health bars on
Side
top
scroller?
of you. It's like a fucking typical fighting game where like there's a health bar above you with your name, and there's a health bar above the bad guy with his name,
Funny.
and you're like punching each other. it's like punching fucking like a fucking fighting where you both are stuck in like this thing, and you both are just punching the shit out of each other, but like hard, dude, like fucking throwing haymakers at each other, and pretty much you have to defeat the bad guy. I just couldn't believe they did that. I was like, this turned into a fucking fighting game all of a sudden. It was just funny the way they did that.
Yeah.
But anyways, Death Stranding, people. I'm almost near the end. Still one of my top 5 games this year. Easily.
Nice.
Anyways. Moving on to other stuff that I played this week. What else did I play? Some more Call of Duty, Mayo.
Yeah, I seen your stream today. I seen you were streaming it, and I woke up this morning actually to get ready to go to work.
Oh.
And it said you'd streamed last night, and I missed you.
Yeah.
And then I was at work, and it said you were live, and I had tried to jump on. I made a comment in there, but
Yeah.
we have Wi-Fi at our work now. It just can't keep up though. So unfortunately, I
like watching streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Unless you give me like a 260p option. I don't think it's gonna happen.
No. But yeah. Anyway, so I was playing some of that yesterday and today. I'm still grinding away at it, man. Still grinding away at that battle pass. I unlocked a new character, a new operator, and as well as a new Ram 7. It's an assault rifle. It's actually all right. I kind of like it. I kind of like the new maps as well. One of them is Vacant. We've seen these maps before. They're all from Call of Duty 4. So there's Vacant, and there's, what else is the other map? Oh, Shipment. And Shipment is really tiny, man. It's like a tiny, it's like a square. There's containers in the middle, like 4 or 5 containers in the middle, and you just run around in circles and just fucking kill each other. And in that mode, right now they have a 24/7 where it's only the two new maps, so like Vacant and Shipment. And it's like a mosh pit of game modes. So like one of them will be Hardpoint, the other one's Domination, and the other one's Team Deathmatch or Kill Confirmed. So like they have like all these modes, but only on these 2 maps. Well, dude, today me and Iams in the morning got into a game where we were playing Headquarters on Shipment. I told you, this map is so tiny, Mayo. This map, it is literally just a square. Like, it's so tiny. It's like the size of a house.
How many
Everybody
people
tells
are
me
there?
how small it is.
There's 12 people in the match, so 6 versus 6. Iams got 70 kills at the end of that match. Yeah, I was like at 40-something. He was like at 70. It was just... Literally, all I do in that match when that mode comes up is I put on the perk that has 2 main weapons, and I equip a riot shield, and I put that on my back, and I have a shotgun, and that's all I fucking know. If I'm gonna get a kill or 2, and then I'm gonna die. I know that's what's gonna happen. I'm not even looking for kill streaks. I'm not looking for nothing. I'm just gonna fucking shoot a person and die. Shoot a person and die. And sure enough, dude, it's just fucking mayhem. I'm just throwing smoke grenades everywhere and fucking throwing my thermite grenade. It's just like every little thing you turn around, it's just like boom, boom, boom. But we're just getting fucking shot everywhere, dude. It's fucking insane.
It sounds like a kill streak would be chaos on that map if it's that
Oh, it
small.
is.
I could imagine like a Harrier jet coming
Yes,
in.
no, and people do get
You guys
those.
are on a little box.
People do get Harrier jets in there, and they get Harrier jets. One person, I remember, he got a Harrier jets and a fucking airstrikes. Like they get this fucking precision airstrikes, and like if you get a Predator missile on that level, dude, you're gonna get a 4 kill feed, 3 kill feed easily. Because people are just constantly, especially in like headquarters, where like the headquarters keeps resetting and they keep like popping up new ones or whatever, and it's just, and everyone's trying to go to that little corner to protect it, to cap it. It's just insane, dude. It's fucking hard. But yeah, I think he got 70 kills today, and the other day, when was it? I I forget what day it was. I think the day before last night, or so maybe last night, the day before. I was playing that same mode on that same map, and I ended up getting like 68 kills. And I think I died like 18 times. But I destroyed that fucking map. Everyone was fucking pissed. The other team was fucking mad. I would have been mad too if I was them. I would have been like, this dude's cheating or something. Because it was just fun, you know. I was just running around with my shotgun, and I was just fucking, literally just running behind people. They would spawn. And I don't know how Call of Duty does this. I think what they do is they show your character before you're actually in the game. And you know, it takes you a second to like spawn, right? So like it takes you a second to get moving. And before the people get moving, I'm just killing them. So like they had no chance to move. I'm just running behind them, just fucking, and they would just keep spawning in front of me. So I was just killing them left and right, dude. It's fucking wild. But that mode it's chaos, dude. On that map, you just gotta be careful playing that mode. I guess just fucking equip a riot shield or something.
Do you think they do that on purpose with the spawning and stuff? Do you think they just struggle to fix that, or do you think they just let it go on purpose?
I think they just don't give a fuck.
People enjoy it, I think maybe, and
yeah, they just don't give a shit. They're like, whatever. It doesn't really affect the game much when it's a regular map. It doesn't matter if it takes you a second to spawn, you know, because you're spawning across the map from somebody. But when it's that map, it's a kind of a fucking shitty situation because sometimes you will spawn and it's like you spawn and the person's right in front of you with the shotgun and just shooting you in the face. And you're like, fuck, why did he spawn me in front of somebody? But then you look at the map and there's people everywhere. So you're like, yeah, no matter where they would have spawned me, I probably would have died. You know? So whatever. So, I don't know. I like the map. No, I'm liking the new weapons that they have in the game. And still grinding that season pass, dude. I'm still playing. Still one of my favorite games this year is Call of Duty. For sure. Still doing pretty good in that hardcore team deathmatch. Yeah. Anyways, can't wait for the Christmas news to get on. This is the best week to play Call of Duty, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie, because this is when all the Christmas kids get their shit. And then all the new players are on, and they're all playing on Christmas Day, and you can just get on and fucking wreck them all. Just fucking destroy all their hopes and dreams. They were so excited to get Call of Duty just to get fucking wrecked by some like level 100 person. Yeah, the Christmas reckoning.
We're gonna find a few squeakers, are we?
Yeah, Christmas. Christmas is the greatest time of the year, guys. Woo! Anyways, besides all that good stuff, Mayo, I played another game this week on my VR.
Whoa, I'm curious.
I played some more Blood and Truth. I remember Blood and Truth?
Vaguely.
I talked about it way earlier in the year. It came out in March or May of 2019. So this year it came out. It's probably my favorite VR game this year. It's pretty much a story. There's a story where you're like a mobster's son, and another mafia just killed your dad just died, or they come and killed your dad. No. Your dad just died. You're part of a mafia in London. Your dad just died. So you go back home to your mother to talk to her about like the succession or whatever, like who's the next person in line or whatever the fuck. And during when you go back home and talk to your mom, your brother, you and your mom and your sister, your brother, you're all there like in the main penthouse or whatever, this building. And then like next thing you know, like the other mafia's coming like fucking full force attacking your fucking house, like your fucking building, like they're coming to kill you or whatever. Because they want to take over your family's business or whatever. So they're coming in full force, just fucking shooting everybody to kill you. And somehow you survive or something. And then you get arrested. The game starts off where you get like showing you getting arrested by like, I don't know if it's the CIA or the FBI or whatever fuck the equivalent is of that in the UK. But pretty much there's some dude interrogating you, and they tell you like, we know who you are. We know you're part of like this crime family. Just tell us what happened. Tell us your side of the story, so we'll let you know. We know the truth. So you're kind of like, whatever, okay, I'll tell you what happened. So you're kind of having like these flashbacks, and you're telling the story from your perspective. And you're doing all these fucking missions about like getting revenge on your family or whatever, getting revenge for your family on the other people. So you're going after them, you're destroying their buildings, killing people. And it's all in VR. It's pretty much a stealth type of game where like a lot of the missions are kind of stealthy, but you know if the shit goes to shit, you can just shoot your way out of everything. The coolest thing about this is that the game is based on like it has like you have to use the move controllers on your PSVR. So like when you pick up a pistol, like you have to like grab it out of your holster, and then like you have to aim. You know, you can aim and you can like put the gun up to your eyeball or whatever, and you can see the little red dot sight. You know, you can see a little sight and whatever when you put the gun up to your eye. And like when you run out of bullets, you have to grab the magazine off your chest and put a new fucking magazine into the gun or whatever. And then same thing with the sniper rifles and all that shit, or the shotguns and all that. Like if you run out of ammo, you got to reload them. So yeah, it's pretty much just like a VR game. You're just shooting shit all the time.
Is it multiplayer or is it just single?
It's just a single player. It's probably the best single player VR game that I've played yet because it has real like the motion capture they did for the cutscenes is really good. Like the people look like real people, and you're sitting there and you're talking to them or whatever, and
Right.
and they have some really cool technology they've actually used in this VR that I've never seen them use before. Where like, for example, they have really good smoking technology. You can pick up a cigar, or like a lot of in this game there's a lot of vape pens, so you can pick up a vape pen, and you put it up to your face, right? So like, you put you put up the controller to your face. And like if you move your like if you're I don't know if it's your microphone or the camera, but one of the two. If you move your mouth or make a noise like you're sucking in like if you have the vape pen on, the guy will actually in the game he'll inhale, and then he won't let the smoke out until you start talking and you move your lips or make a noise or you blow out, and then he'll like blow out the smoke at the same time. It is fucking wild. Like. When you first experience it, you're like, what the fuck? Like, it's actually like smoking, you know, like you're sitting there and you're vaping, and then like you put the vape down and you just sit there, you can hold it forever, and then like you blow it out and the dude like blows out a big ass cloud of vapor or whatever. It's fucking wild. He also does it with cigars. I don't think you can do it with anything else. It's just those two things, but that's like a really neat little touch, you know what I mean, for VR. Like it's just a little like, I don't know, just like a little touch, you know what I mean? Here you go. There's a lot of cool things in the game as well with like hacking shit, and like you got little lock picks, or it's a lot of lock picking. You got this little fucking toolkit, you can lock pick doors and shit, and fucking open drawers and all that cool VR shit. But Blood and Truth is actually on sale right now on the PSVR, I think, on the PS Store, on the PlayStation Store. It's a PSVR exclusive, so sorry, Mayo, you can't play this.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd be a good one.
It's actually a really good game. It's probably the best VR game that I've played yet, and it's probably the best looking one on the PlayStation. I would say so. Yeah, it's probably the best looking VR game on the PlayStation. I don't know. Firewall Zero Hour looks pretty good too. So does Astrobot. But as far as like realistic looking, it looks pretty real. You know what I mean?
I hear your list getting bigger and bigger.
No,
as you keep thinking about it.
no. I mean, it looks good for like a realistic looking game, and there's some really cool sections. Like last night, for example, I did this parachuting section where like I jumped off of this fucking crane, and the parachute opens, and like I didn't think about it, but you have to actually grab the handles of the parachute. So like, the parachute was just like fucking I was just flowing down, and like, the dude's like the dude on my headset. He's like, you need to grab. You control. You controlling your parachute, motherfucker? And I'm like, I have to like look up and grab the handle of the parachute to like control it. Because there's a dude in your headset. There's always a dude in your ear like telling you like, hey, there's a guy coming, or there's a dude over here. They're always telling you something, you know, like some kind of tip or whatever. You're kind of like a James Bond type motherfucker, like spy almost, where a lot of this shit that you're doing is stealthy. But yeah, man, I played some of that. I played some more Beat Saber.
Oh, yeah.
And I beat the song that I was stuck on, and now I'm stuck on another song.
I think that's the way the game's going to go for you. I think you're going to be stuck on one for a while. I think you need to take a break, breathe, relax,
there's one,
come back.
2, 3 songs left in the whole game, the whole campaign.
I am super impressed, Jesus, like that you got that far, 'cause I'm not even close.
You're not even close.
Yeah, and you can tell it by look at me. I am full of rhythm over here. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know why I can't beat these
you
levels,
got all
but
the rhythm over there.
yeah.
It is fucking hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I got to like this last song that I got to last night, and the song is, you can't have any more than 5 bad cuts. So like, if you get 5 bad cuts, that's the max. And on top of that, you gotta have a combo that's 150, like 150, like correct slices or whatever of the blocks in a row. But the song is on expert and it's on super fast speed. So like, it's like it's coming at you. Fuck. Like there's a like at first I was like, this ain't hard. I'm doing all the like the double block shit and I'm doing all that. Next thing you know, it does like the little thing where like the blocks are kind of tilted, but they're like, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, but they're like back to back to back to back, and there's both of them. So you gotta like swing your hands really fucking fast. And then it does like a double thing on the bottom, then it switches to the right side, slanted. And it's like, dude, ain't no fucking way. I always miss at least one thing in that fucking. I'm like, so frustrating. And that's where I usually fell when I get to that part of the fucking song. Because I'm like, can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, if you ever get through this, I'm gonna like send you some kind of reward. I'm gonna send you like a crown or a trophy or something.
Yeah. Get the Beat Saber crown. I mean, I don't know, man. That shit is tough. It is really hard. I don't know how people have beat that. It's fucking crazy.
I don't know why or how or whatever happened because it's not connected to my Xbox at all. But one of the things I kind of tinkered with this week, me and the kids, they wanted to play Rocket League.
Oh,
and
yes.
we jumped on Rocket League, and you know the little trails from your turbo?
Yeah.
They had a Beat Saber one. It's the little blocks from Beat Saber that come up behind it. Did you cut? And I don't know, like, if it was because, I don't know, it can't be because I own Beat Saber because I own that on PC. So I don't know, like, how I got it on Rocket League.
Weird.
But sure enough, it's on there. And my boy is using it, and he was like, oh, this is so cool. You know, he was using this turbo, and he had the little blocks behind him and stuff.
No, because Beat Saber actually has a soundtrack of that game, Rocket League, in the game. So like I was looking at the soundtracks you can buy the other day. Of course, they have the new Green Day shit in there, but they have, I think Rocket League was one of the first ones they sold on there for sale or whatever. So it's like the music from Rocket League. I don't know if it's the music of Rocket League, but it's some music that's in Rocket League because they have like 8 tracks or whatever for it. But yeah, right now I'm using the pink or the yellow and pink lightsabers. They're fucking dope.
Yeah, them are pretty neat actually.
Yeah, so like fuck man, like I was thinking the other day, like when I was playing, I was thinking to myself, this is like the world's perfect game. Like it's such a good game. Like it's, I don't know, what's something about that game where it's just addicting, you know, and you think you're like, one more song. You know what I mean? It's just all of a sudden you're fucking playing that thing for 2 hours straight and you're fucking sweating and you're dying and it's tiring, but it's such a good feeling to play that game. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Speaking of rhythm games, have you tried like, do they have Audica and stuff on the PlayStation?
They do. They have that on. I was looking at that yesterday. They have Audica and with the gun or whatever.
Like, yeah, and you got kind of shooting like a rhythm and you shoot the targets.
Is that good?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I keep thinking about getting it.
I don't know. I'm thinking this looks kind of cheesy, but it's made from the people who made Guitar Hero or Rock Band, one of the two.
And it looks like it has a lot of good like music support too. Like there's some big name artists behind it.
Yeah.
I can't remember who all the artists were, but I remember seeing some songs from different artists that were, you know,
so
popular.
I wonder if I should get that. I mean, there's some other, like there's another game on the PlayStation called I forget what it's called, but it's like a drummer, like a DJ type game where like you have the move controllers and you're like an alien in like this tube or whatever, and you're just playing fucking music, but all of a sudden you can like turn up the music, like you can like remix it and shit, and like fucking like move little knobs and fucking change the music around and just fucking play music if you want. So I don't know. Rhythm games are the best in VR though.
Yeah, I keep finding myself saying like, I say, oh, the rhythm game is so great, and then I kind of play something else, And I'm like, oh, this is so great. This is such a cool idea.
Same here.
Then I played the game and I'm like, oh, this is such a cool idea. So
Same thing with me, because you know what else I played on VR? I played some Wipeout Omega. So I've had the Wipeout Omega collection. I think I bought that. That's probably my best VR purchase, to be honest. Because that thing cost me like $8 when I got it on sale one day. And that game is amazing. Like, it looks incredible. It plays incredibly well. It runs super smooth in VR. And you feel like you're in the cockpit of like these fucking speed, fucking motorcycle, fucking spaceship, fucking futuristic pod racing type shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just you're in like this fucking pod thing or whatever, and you're fucking racing, hauling ass, and shooting rockets at other people and shit. And like I got it set to where like the camera, because originally the camera was set to where it's fixed to the ship, so like you know like it would move with the ship. But I turned that off and I put it to where like it's controlled by my head. So like the camera moves to wherever I move my head. So if I move my head to the right, the whole screen shifts in my, like the whole vision in my thing, it all shifts in my head. It's kind of weird to explain. It's kind of like I'm really sitting in a cockpit, because the ship will like wobble and shit. You know what I mean? If it's just sitting there, it doesn't just sit there. You can tell like it's hovering because it's like moving a little bit. You know what I mean?
Getting nauseous.
So yeah, like
that was my thing I was going to ask you.
And actually, that's what the setting said. It said like this setting is initially turned off because people get nauseous with this on. But if you want to turn it on, go ahead. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, full immersion, bitches. I turned it on, and I fucking loved it. I was like, this is sick, because this is a really cool thing that the game does when you're sitting there at the starting line. The windows are open next to you, so like you can look to the left and look to the right, and you can see the crowd, and you can see like the other pods next to you lined up. And then when you're about to start the race, it'll like all of a sudden the side, it'll like kind of close up a little bit, and it'll leave a window open in front, but like the sides kind of close up, so your peripheral vision is kind of like focused to the front, kind of like a horse, you know, when you put fucking blinders on a horse. It's kind of what they do to you. They kind of put blinders on you on the sides. So, like, now you're focused more in the front. And I think they do that to, like, lessen the motion sickness or whatever. But it's fucking sick because it goes, and it closes up. And then, like, the pod turns on or whatever. And you're just, like, 3, 2, 1, and boom, you all take off fucking super quick. And it's just, you're fucking hitting all the little boosts or whatever on the fucking streets. And then you can take shortcuts in the course. It's fucking sick, dude. It actually reminded me of, you remember the movie Ready Player One? You've probably seen it, right?
Yeah.
You remember that race that they do when they're taking shortcuts and shit, and they're going underneath?
Oh yeah.
That's what this feels like when you're like all of a sudden you're hauling ass and like you see a little path off to the left. You're like, fuck it, and you know you can like double tap the R2 and L2 to side shift your pod. So like instead of like turning, you fucking side shift that fucking thing, and then boom, you're like all of a sudden you're on like this whole new fucking track. It's fucking sick.
You're making me want to play it.
It's fucking awesome.
I can't play it, unfortunately, because again, it's a PS VR exclusive. Really? Or it's a PS.
Yeah, Wipeout is
Wipeout. But there is a game, Redout, and this is what I call the knockoff Wipeout.
Sounds like
it. It's been around for a while. And I tried it because I owned it before I ever got my VR, and it's one of them games that was nicely supported VR, so something I didn't have to buy. So I of course tried it, and it made me pretty nauseous playing.
Oh, really?
I don't know, like I haven't played it since, so I don't know if I was just too warm playing it at that time or something like that. Who knows? But I want to go back in and give it another shot because it did have a lot of flips and corkscrews and loops, and
they do have.
It's the same concept. It's you have like a pod, and you can basically shoot each other, and you can, and like the first thing you have to do is like a time trial. You have to beat a course in a certain time, before I can even worry about shooting people and stuff like that. So I just tried it the one time to check it out, and it was pretty cool. But I just turned it off, I think, and went to something else. And
the cool thing about it is they have a ton of races in this one. They have like 3 different campaigns. The first one is kind of like you get to know the game campaign where like there's not really a lot of shooting, but there's a lot of races and a lot of time trials. The second one is called like the other like it's like a new fucking league or whatever, and then you get to fight and shoot people, and then the third one's like the hardcore league. So technically you want to beat the first 2 before you get to the third one. But I kind of just jumped into the second one. Like, fuck it, I'm going to just jump in here. And I was just shooting the shit at everybody. It's so fucking fun though, man. Like, but you're right. I can totally see how that can get you fucking sick. Cause like, dude, you're fucking hauling ass and like, next thing you know, you're upside down and you're fucking flipping and
Yeah.
doing some crazy ass shit. It's so much fun though.
But it reminds me too, Jesus. I'm just like screaming inside. I feel like Nintendo really needs to make a VR because all I can really think of how awesome Mario Kart would be,
Yeah, it would
like
be
sitting in a go kart
fun.
with power ups, and
Just
you
throwing
imagine
it.
driving like a little go kart,
Yeah.
and you could throw power ups or something like that, and you could do like a throwing motion or something. That would just be kind of awesome. And now I feel like just different Mario games. Like I've always said how cool I think platformers
Oh
are
man,
and VR.
dude, if they did
Some cool VR platformers.
if they did Astrobot, like if they did Mario like an Astrobot, right? Like if they copied Astrobot and just slapped Mario skin on it, that game would sell VRs. That game alone would fucking blow up the entire VR market. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I
think
mean?
it
Like,
would too.
I think everyone in the fucking country would have a VR if Nintendo came out with that. If they're like, hey, you gotta buy this on PC or whatever, buy an Oculus to play this on PC. Use Mario VR. Everyone would have a fucking Oculus.
You guys played that VR like Zelda game? Like
Which one?
it's a third person perspective. Like the camera's fixed, and you have a sword, and it's on the Oculus.
No.
Is it? Oh, I think it's on the tip of my tongue. I want to say like
Yeah, I'm
Sword
trying
and
to think.
Truth or something like that.
Did you say?
Like Sword and Truth or something. Let me look at the Oculus Store.
Yeah.
Like, pull it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
But yeah.
Doesn't sound familiar though, Jesus.
No, I don't know. I play on PSVR, so I don't know if it's on.
Okay, yeah,
Oculus.
it's not on the PS. Yeah, that's dude, it's awesome.
There's a Blade and Sorcery.
Might be that.
What the fuck's that called? It's basically like it's Souls games, the VR.
There's also one that could be called Journey of the Gods. I can't tell what it is though. But yeah.
Anyways.
Oh well, oh well.
But yeah, that's what I played this week in VR, man. And I had a blast with VR this week. It was like it was fucking fun. I'm like, this shit is a lot of fun. And I was looking at the PSVR store, and I saw there's new DLC out for Ace Combat. So Ace Combat 7 actually released all its DLC that they were going to release for the game.
I love that.
So there's 3 different missions, and they're all in VR as well. So like I'm thinking to myself, should I pick that
real?
up?
You kept saying how awesome that game was. It sounds like you should.
It was fucking
love Ace
sick,
Combat.
dude. It was a lot of fun.
It's so fun.
The thing is, I only played the VR. I haven't even played the campaign. I only played the VR. But like, I love like the whole like being in a fucking jet and dogfighting other fucking jets and like all that. That shit's cool as fuck, dude. In VR, they nailed that fucking feeling. You know, like you're flying around and it's fucking cool as shit. I think I should buy that DLC.
I think you should too.
I think I should try it. I think it would
It's your
really.
money, I say buy it all, Jesus.
Oh fuck.
Right at VR.
Okay, buy it all. But yeah, and there's like other cool VR shit coming out next year, like that Iron Man VR. I look forward to playing that on the PSVR. Yeah, looks like a lot of ads. I've been seeing a lot of ads lately too for the VR. It seems like Sony doesn't advertise their VR all year until Christmas time, and then they discount the shit out of it. And they advertise the fuck out of it. Because I've seen ads for that thing everywhere.
Do you think it's going to be a bigger push? I mean, do you think a lot more kids and stuff are going to have it this year? I actually happened to run into like 3 or 4 people at my work that bought the Oculus Quest for their kids.
Oh, cool.
Because they don't need the PC, they don't need the PlayStation.
Yeah, I could see that.
And but then I got to thinking, I was talking to one of my friends, and he was asking me about what VR I had. And I was telling him how I had the ripped ass. And I did think of a downside on this. So the Quest is completely wireless, and it does have a thing where it can tether to your PC. So, right. I haven't heard anywhere where it has Steam support yet. So I don't think you can do any of the Steam games. And there's a lot of games on Steam that work on my Oculus that I can play right away.
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm
fair.
not sure if you can do Steam games on the
They
Quest.
have to work on the Quest.
Well, I don't think it's powerful enough. Right?
So
I
I'm
mean,
not positive. I thought of it the other day, and that could be a big downside to where
Yeah, that's what I remember reading about it. Was it's kind of it's a casual use VR. It's kind of like entry level. It doesn't really have the horsepower to do like a PC AAA game. By the way, the game I was thinking of is called Chronos.
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah.
And right now I have, like, on my Steam, I have 30 games that have VR support naturally without having to.
Have you played The Forest?
I own it, but I have not.
My God, shit your pants, fucking scary.
Yeah. I hear it's
Nope.
pretty interesting. I'm not a big fan of scary games, so.
Me neither.
But I do have to play. I haven't played it yet. I did download the demo. Is Matt Bradford is in this game, and it's called Rest, Wrest, and it's a scary game, and I'm gonna brave through it for him. I told him I would play the demo and check it out. I'm excited. I have it downloaded and installed. I just haven't gotten to it yet today.
No.
So
is that one about Rest?
What was that?
What's that game about? Like sleep?
Can't remember what they said it was about. Let me click on the store. All it shows in the video is you just walk into this like abandoned space station. It says it's a sci-fi horror VR game. It says you play Andy Bishop, an engineer who wakes to discover a terrifying mystery unfolding in his home. Enter the mystery of Rest VR and stay tuned for updates. Is there?
That's space.
That's some space
Yeah.
fucking, like you're stuck in a space station. What happened? I'm tired of space stations on the VR horror games. Why is it always a space station? Why the fuck can't it be like you're stuck at home or something?
A subway.
You're stuck in a hospital. Like, why does that have to be, like...
You're thinking of Resident Evil. Those games are like that.
Space station. Why can't it be like, oh, you just came out of surgery in a hospital, but then everything went dark. What's going on? And then in the end, you find out you actually died in the operating table. Spoilers! Spoilers! You're actually dead the whole time. You didn't know you were dead, but you're actually dead. Actually, see, I can make games too, Kojima.
Yeah, Jesus. I just
think that one was better.
I had some kind of ad of like I can go to a nice little like I can't remember how many weeks it was college to learn about VR making. I can go learn about how to make some VR games. We'll take your ideas and I'll make some VR games over here.
There you go. Go make some
we'll
VR
sell
games.
Gunny.
Go make some VR games, Mayo. Yeah, but I mean, besides all that, I think that's all I played this week, guys. I wanted to play MLB The Show. I keep wanting to play that game every fucking week. I'm like, I want to play some MLB The Show. But then I get all caught up in these other fucking games, and I just don't know how time.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. But yeah.
Well,
anyways. Actually, I downloaded Phoenix Point on the Game Pass, motherfucker. Yeah. Phoenix Point. It just came out too.
Like tactical?
Yeah, a new tactical game or whatever.
Oh, that's the what? Yeah, what's
like
the
XCOM.
space one? XCOM, right?
Yeah, it's like XCOM, kind of.
Right.
Phoenix
It's
Point.
like a sequel.
But yeah, this is pretty much. It just came out like couple weeks ago, dude. Mayo, like on Steam or whatever. I don't know if it's on Steam, maybe on Epic, but I know it just came out and they just like added it to Game Pass like the other day. Like, hey, this game is now on Game Pass. Fuck it, everything's on Game Pass. I swear to God, I don't know how Microsoft is doing it, dude. I don't know how much money they're paying these devs. They got to be paying them a shitload of money to just like get anything on Game Pass at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like they just have to.
I don't know, like I said, because it is.
I don't know.
It does help them get their games out there too, and then I think maybe as a dev, you probably would be thinking, okay, if my game is out there in Game Pass and it can be played by everybody for free, maybe it'll take off, and then anything we make in the future will be a credible developer from there on. So maybe they take a little bit of a risk on it too. But I'm sure they're probably getting paid from everybody because, again, it seems like,
we're getting paid.
you see, what's this week's free game on Epic? It's something that's already on Game Pass, and it's already on Humble Bundle or something like that. It seems like the same game kind of pops up in multiple subscription type stuff or free type stuff.
Yeah, but then you get new shit like this game, like Phoenix Point. That's
Right.
like a brand new game, dude. It's $60 or whatever. Everywhere else you go buy it, it's $60. And it's like, oh, it's just right here on Game Pass. Like, here you go. There it is for you to play. Like, how are they able to do that? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Just cut them a nice check, I guess.
Well, I think, for the developers, with the Game Pass, they probably get a guaranteed certain amount of money as opposed to having to risk, releasing it themselves and, depending on sales, which can be risky. So the Game Pass is probably appealing because they probably get a guaranteed certain amount of money, whatever that is.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, that's all I played this week. What have you been playing, man?
Oh, man, again, a busy week here. The holidays coming up. But I did pick up a game on Steam, and it's a VR title. Jesus. So some more VR talk. And it did have some kind of unique elements in the game, too. And I don't know if this is a PlayStation VR game or not, but the game is called Budget Cuts. And I've heard a little bit about this game. And it's on Steam right now for like a whole whopping $7. So good opportunity to pick it up. And the whole premises of this game is you are working in an office with a bunch of robots and you're a human. And you are sitting there and you have this desk all around you and you have like a chair, but you're just kind of, you're standing because you're standing in your VR. And there's a fax machine and a phone, and there's like a little plant and a whole stack of papers beside you. And it teaches you how you can pick things up. So you pick up a paper and it says like requesting time off because my mother died or something like that. And you have a approve and disapprove stamp. You can stamp it if you want, you can be like disapprove, and you have a little pile you can put it in. So I'm just kind of playing around and looking around, and you can open all the drawers in your desk. And I'm like, look, just trying to figure out, I'm like, is there something hidden in these, So I'm pulling each drawer open and then close it, and pulling the next drawer open and then close it of my desk. Mm-hmm. And next thing I know, this robot comes up to me and it lays a pager down. And it's like, you have a message. And so the pager says like, has a number on it. It says 1985. So I look at it and you basically go over to your phone, and it's like an old touch tone phone, and you dial the 1985, and this lady starts talking to you, and she's like, you need to get out of here. You're in danger. These humans keep like disappearing from work, and you're the next one. I've told you you're the next one to die, basically.
Can you leave the office?
Yeah, and you're in the office, and so you're going, okay. And she says, okay, first thing you have to do is she faxes you a paper, and it shows you like some visual clues. There's a briefcase, and it's locked on your desk, and it has like stickers on it and stuff. And it shows a picture of this plant, and it shows like behind the plant is a key. So you reach behind the plant with your VR, because it's like all 3D looking and stuff, so you can't see it. You can look around it and everything, and you grab and you can pull out a key and you unlock this briefcase, and it has this gun in it, and it's not like a shooting gun. So this gun becomes like a portal gun, Jesus, and this becomes your way of movement. And so what you do, you can fire this anywhere, and it almost reminds me of like a bouncy ball kind of thing. Like you can ricochet how you're going to move off of walls and stuff. So when you fire, it will land in a spot, and then you hit another trigger, and a hole will open in front of you, and you will teleport to that spot where you land. So this becomes how you move. What was that?
I said this has got to be a Valve game.
No, it's actually not a Valve game either. So that's what it gave me very much a Portal feel to it. And so the first thing you do, they tell you have to go to this. You have to get out of this room and get out of this floor. They're like, go to the admin offices and make a right, and then you can go and you have to jump across from one building because there's a window that's open to the next building. And when you get in there, you'll get more instruction. So you work your way across and you get to this window, and there's this window open, and you're in like 2 skyscrapers, and you can see the other one further away. And you got to kind of lean out the window with your VR. Like you can look down, you can see the cars moving below you and everything. You're like, oh, this is kind of cool. And you have to lean and stretch your arm out and fire across into the other building where that ball will land so you can teleport into that building. So I get over there and I'm in the other building. There's some robots hanging out, and there's like these break rooms, and you can pick up things and put it in your inventory. So I'm picking up like cans of pop. I don't know if I'm going to need these. If these are going to be like health things or anything later on. There's like pencils you can pick up. And so I'm just throwing some things in my inventory because I don't know if I'm going to need any of this stuff or not. Work my way down a hallway, and your pager goes off, and you look at it. You grab it from your side, and you look at it, and it said like 22819. Let's say, I can't remember the exact numbers. And I find a phone, so I dial it, and she's like, okay, well, now you need this key card that only supervisors have, and you need to get this to get access to this elevator. Then you need to go to the 3rd floor, and then from there, you're going to have to find me. And I think her name was Susan. So you have to make a right, and you go, there's a hallway that's marked supervisor. So you go down there, and there's all these robots walking around. And these supervisors, quote, are lethal robots that will kill you on sight. So the game becomes like a sneak game where you have to kind of like sneak around them and do like clever like passageways to get around them. So the first one, the supervisor standing at a desk, and the desk kind of wraps around him, and he's standing there kind of like when you would first walk into like a hotel, the desk kind of goes around, the person's there on a computer. It's like a robot. And there's a little window, or not a window, but like say like an air conditioning vent, and it's open, and you can see a room behind it. So without being seen, you can shoot into that room, and it puts a portal in there, so you can portal into that room. And then you kind of sneak around the character, and then you find where these offices are at, and you find a key card in there. But then you have to use that key card to get to this elevator. And the whole time there's cubicles all around and stuff, so you have to kind of search things and look for things. And when a robot will see you, his eye will suddenly glow red. It's like a big giant eye on it. And it'll glow red, and it'll pull out a gun, and it'll shoot at you. But you can duck behind the cubicles and stuff and try to teleport and get away. And it'll continue to look for you and stuff. So it's kind of a neat concept. I only played a little ways into it, but it's just kind of neat how, like when they call, you got to pick the phone up, and you got to hold it beside your head. And if you move the phone around, your audio changes, so it sounds like it's coming from a different place. So they do like really good with the audio placement. And in the Oculus, it has the sound is built into the headset, and it can kind of travel around, so it makes it sound like a 3D type sound space. And so you can tell which direction your audio is coming from and all that stuff. I recommend it, Jesus, if you can get it on the PlayStation.
It's been announced. It was announced at E3 this year, but there's been no release date yet.
They even made a sequel to it. I guess that just came out. It's called Budget Cuts 2.
December 13th, it just came out.
Yeah, so you can get them in a bundle on the Steam store right now. But I just picked up the first one because I just heard such good about it. It's in one of those. You ever see those essential packs, the VR essential packs? Like, you should buy all these games in this pack, and we'll put them all in one group for you. And it's like $70 or whatever, and you can get a whole group of games, and it's included in a lot of those. But I was enjoying it. It was kind of neat. The one thing I did find myself doing though, like how in VR when you kind of have to turn. So sometimes you can just move the camera with an analog stick or just your head, but you want to turn your body. So this one, you can move about. So when you get to an area, you have to duck in the cubicle, or you can duck below a desk. And so you're actually moving around a lot in your room. So I kept having to I wonder how far out of my area I am, right. Am I getting too close to the table that's over here, or am I getting too close to the end of the room? Luckily, the Oculus has a play area. So when you get to the edge of it, a grid will pop up.
It pops up.
And it lets you know. And if you double tap the one home button, it actually has a pass through where you can actually see the world in black and white while leaving the headset on, so you can see where you're facing and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm all the way over here. How did I get over here? So.
Yeah, we've already had the first death in VR.
Oh, really? I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, somebody fell into their coffee table, and it was all glass, like shattered and like slit their throat. It was in Russia.
As Jesus is moving his glass coffee table out of his room right now.
True story. Yeah, dude, that'd be all.
I just have a few pets that I'm gonna trip or step on.
Ambulance shows up, and there's like a dude with a fucking headset on.
The one thing that does worry me though is to my right here now I have like an exercise machine, and it has like the pull down bars and all them kind of things too. I'm just waiting to just run into that thing one of these days, like, and it's gonna hurt.
Dude, I can't believe right now I'm looking at a PSVR on Reddit. There was a day ago that was posted, and it was in a Walmart in Myrtle Beach, Florida, and they have the PSVR Mega Pack, like the one that comes with 5 games or whatever, for $115 on clearance. Holy
and that is
shit!
With the VR.
Yeah,
an actual unit too. Oh.
Yeah, and you get PlayStation Worlds, Skyrim, Astrobot, Resident Evil, and Everybody's Golf. That is a fucking steal. I wonder if that Walmart is closing. It has to be closing or something. There's no way, because no other Walmarts have that deal.
Where is this at? You said?
North Myrtle Beach Walmart.
Oh. Hey, I need to go on vacation.
Yeah, just go on down there and get yourself a $115 VR.
My wife was like, hey, honey, we're going to Myrtle Beach for vacation now.
Right now, let's go.
She'd be like, it's cold. So? You just think how many people will be there, Yeah. That I played a lot of that, and I got some more time in Control again. Mm-hmm. Not nearly as much time as Gunny. I think Gunny's getting close to beating it. I seen a picture of on Twitter of where he's at, and it kind of reminds me of like an end level that he was kind of in. It's like everything's all red and all chaotic looking and stuff.
Yeah, it's near the end.
I am probably like halfway through. I did not get nearly the amount of time I wanted to this week on it, but I'm trying to remember the last thing I did because it was like at the beginning of the week. Something to do with the janitor. I can't remember what it was. Like I had to go meet the janitor and do all that stuff. And
you played through the part with the headset, the headphones?
With the headphones? Yeah. No.
I won't spoil that for you.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Cool. I'm actually
to the part. Exactly what I'm talking about.
I think they call it the monitor puzzle. There's a puzzle that involves monitors.
With the symbols, things like that.
Yeah. I'm like right before that. I'm like right there.
There's a couple of those to do the symbols.
Yeah. I think that's the one Gunny said he had to have help on. He had to look that one up, I think.
Look up the mirror one. Yeah, there's a few hard ones.
Yeah, what do you think of this game, Eric? I really enjoy it. I'm having a great time with it.
Control. You're asking about Control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the game of the year. I think it's one of the best video games ever made. Well, written at least. I don't think there's many things that really are even on the same tier with it. The writing is just so good.
Mm-hmm. It is pretty interesting.
It's sophisticated. It's not like super video game like. A lot of games, they you even with like Red Dead, like it's pretty good, but like I don't know, sometimes it feels video gamey, and like Control is like the first game where like I just felt like it was adult. The way it starts is like really, really interesting. How it just kind of throws you into it without much explanation or anything. And,
I was actually feeling a little lost right at the beginning, and I went back and watched it's a YouTube video at the beginning, and I was still kind of going, what's going on? So I actually just for giggles I YouTubed the plot of Control explained or something like that.
Yeah.
And I found this one. I thought it would explain it really well, and it was really technical, talking about these different real life theories about like different, almost like dimension type stuff. And it would just went on, and it was super in depth, and it was these theories and stuff, and all based off of real principles, I guess. And that was really cool.
And the other thing is, all of their games are connected. They're all in the same world. Alan Wake, Quantum Break, and this game. There's lots of little references, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. But hopefully, I'm going to have some more time off this week. After the holidays here, I'll have 4 days off in a row. So I'll get some game time in and get that one finished. And the only other thing I played this week was with the kids. I had a couple of minutes. I sat down in the living room, and they turned the Xbox on and wanted to play some Rocket League, which I briefly mentioned. And so we had the 3 controllers. We played on the same team a couple of games and just played the computer, and beat up on the computer a little bit. And every once in a while, I'd accidentally hit join auto, and I'd be on the other team and have to play the 2 kids, and it made it fun though.
Yeah,
talk trash back.
Rocket League is the shit. That game is so much fun, dude. Like, it's fun to just sit there and just play it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun.
It is.
It's a fun fucking game.
I think I had maybe my first time scoring a goal where I was kind of like what I call flying.
Yeah.
Like how you can boost and you can control like how you go. I was able to actually score a goal that way. Like I flew up over a couple, like 2 cars, and because I couldn't get to it, and I was able to knock it in and get a goal that way. And I was like, my first time. I'm like, yeah. My kids were like, no, you didn't. I'm like, no, watch the replay. He skipped the replay right away. That was my greatest moment in Rocket League ever.
Yeah,
he's like, I didn't see anything.
I watch my brother play that sometimes, and he plays with the like he's on the diamond. There's ranks or whatever. He's in the diamond league or whatever, and he plays some crazy hardcore players, man. I've been watching those guys play, and like every match, they all score like 5 points each, and they always go into overtime, and it's always like at the very last fucking second that they tie the game up and go into overtime. And then they'll be in overtime, and it's nuts the shit they're doing. I'm like, what the fuck? Flying in the air and fucking blocking the ball and just all kinds of crazy shit they do.
No way I'm any good at the game is the battle mode where you
that mode is cool.
Pop out of your car and I just run into it and just drive into the goal. That's by far the easiest for me. I'm like, yes, victory, kind of thing.
That was the best. Yeah, when you have the spikes or when you have like whatever, like different power ups that you can just use and fuck people up with.
What was that big punching glove on a spring that like knocks the ball away? There's one that sucking cups you chew the ball. You know,
it's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's a fun game. I really enjoy Rocket League just to kind of sit back and unwind sometimes. Yeah.
Anyways.
But that is it for me. Pipe Dream, what about you?
John and Pinpoint Red and I have been playing through Star Wars a bit recently. A few times.
Fallen Order?
Yeah, Fallen Order. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, I wasn't too into it when I was playing it by myself, but yeah, we started it together, and it's been pretty fun actually.
So what do you mean started together? So like, you go over to his house?
He just comes over sometimes, and we just kind of like he used to do back in the day when you were a kid. He comes over and we just kind of couch play it, and we'll switch the controller back and forth. When someone dies, makes it a lot more fun. He sucks.
Well, he's probably high out of his mind, but okay.
Yeah, he's a little weird, but.
Oh shit. Anyways,
but one more thing I wanted to. Oh, Life is Strange 2. That's what I've been playing too.
Oh, nice. I kind of want to get into that.
It's good, dude.
I need to finish the first one. I've never finished the first one. I've done like
so
the first.
good.
I did the first 2-3 episodes, and then I never finished it. And then, like every time I want to play it again, I'm like, I need to restart from the beginning. And then I start playing. I'm like,
how do you get through the beginning? Because I kept hearing from everybody how great this game was. You have to get it. You have to get it. Yeah. And I bought this game, And I sat down on my computer one day to play it, right? And I didn't feel like playing with headphones on because I'm like, this isn't really a headphone game, you know? So I kicked back in the chair and I'm just sitting there watching. And my wife walks in. She's like, what are you playing?
What are you playing?
Oh, I'm like, oh, this teenage girl in high school. Da, da, da. And she's laughing at me. My daughters are laughing at me.
There is some funny part. I mean, I found it fascinating, to be honest with you, to like be inside the head of like, this teenage girl, seeing this like whole other side of.
For me, I'm with Mayo though. It's hard for me to relate to a teenage girl. You know what I mean? How the fuck?
Sure.
It's hard, It really is. Like,
see, I always play a female character if there's a choice. Like, I always pick a female.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think that the story is okay, but there's something about it where like I always fall off of it. I always fall off of it, and every time I've bought that game like 3 times, dude. I think I bought it on PS4. I bought it on Xbox. I bought it again on the Xbox for somebody else. I gifted or something, and I bought the season pass, and all that shit. And I've never finished it. It's because every time I go to play it, I'm like, I need to restart, and I restart it, and I get like maybe a half hour into it.
And then you're like,
you gotta get into it, and it gets good. Like it gets really good.
The farthest that I always get into when I keep restarting this, I think the farthest that I got into when I restarted was when we went to that one girl's house, her friend's house, and they like meet her stepdad or whatever, and he's just an asshole to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the farthest I've got. I'm like, fuck. I don't know. Maybe I should give it another shot.
Yeah, it definitely it picks up, and it takes quite a turn towards the end. I mean,
do I have to beat the first Life is Strange to play the second one? Because I know the second one's a little boy, right?
I think you'll. Yeah, it's 2 boys. They're actually the Hispanic boys. It's interesting, dude. I think you'd really like it. Actually,
yeah.
It's a fascinating.
I know.
Game.
I played that Captain Spirit shit or whatever the fuck it is.
Right. Yeah.
Is that based on that?
It's sort of a split story. That little boy is a character in Life is Strange 2. Okay. But it's not really what Life is Strange 2 is about.
Oh, he's just like a side dude.
Totally. It's just one of the secondary characters. Life is Strange is about 2 brothers. Like I said, they're Hispanic, and he's just sort of. It basically hits every single hot political issue that is like happening. Like, it's kind of funny. It just goes down the list. You should play it, man. And yeah, you do play a boy, so you might have and he's Hispanic, like I said, so you might like have a better time relating to it.
Maybe, I don't know, yeah.
But it was great. Like, I didn't really like it at first, to be honest with you, like because I really liked Life is Strange 1 with the females, but once I got into it, man, like, yeah, it's a fucking great game. It's intense.
Yeah. You know what other game I want to beat? I want to beat fucking Walking Dead also. Like, I fell off of that after season 1.
Telltales?
Yeah, after season 1, I played 400 Days, and I think I played episode 1 of season 2, and then I never picked it up again.
Yeah, I fell off that one too. They just after the first season, it was so good, like
it was really good. Yeah, like
so good. Oh my god, man. It was so good.
The way it ended with Lee and all that shit, like wow.
Oh yeah, dude, that like I was like spellbound.
But then, yeah, I think what happened was the second season came out after the Xbox One had come out, and I had bought season 1 on the 360. So then to play it on the Xbox One, I had to rebuy season 1 and replay that all again to carry my decisions over. And then I was like, I don't want to deal with all this shit. I think that's what it was. I think I ended up replaying all of season 1 again, and then 400 Days. But then by the time I got to season 2, I was just bored with it. I'm like, you know what, like,
yep, same.
It's too much. But I hear it's really good too. I hear that the season 3 ends really well with Clementine like all grown up and shit. And
it is cool to see her grown up. Yeah, that is a neat aspect of it.
Like, I heard that really ends really cool, and I don't know. I guess
yeah,
all those games, man. Telltale just, in my opinion, Telltale had great stories and they had great writers and they could really do some cool shit with it. They just had too many fucking things going on. Yeah, they like the Game of Thrones one. I really liked the Game of Thrones one as well. Like, I liked how that all ended. Like, you had to choose between you and your brother who's going to become the lord of your house or whatever, and like,
right.
like you like your brother sacrificed himself to like keep you alive, or like you have to sacrifice one or the other one to keep one
That was
alive to be.
intense.
Yeah, and it's like, holy shit, like, which one do I want to be the lord of the house? Do I want the strong guy, or do I want the guy that's, like, more thoughtful? Like, I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? So, like, that game was really intense. Game of Thrones, it really felt like Game of Thrones, because you had a lot of betrayal, like, like
Like the red wedding
backstab.
part, like seeing
Yeah.
the like other side of it, like that's so cool.
Yeah, seeing the other side of the red wedding and, like, how they
Yeah,
planned it
yeah. When you
all
like,
out. Oh, fuck. So fucking
like,
sick.
I know. As soon as I realized what was happening, I was like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
because it happens right after, like, the red wedding, right? It's under, like
Yeah.
that's where the Game of Thrones came in. And, like, oh, it was so fucking cool. Like, they could have done so much just with that fucking IP alone, but they had so
Yeah.
much shit on their plate. They had, like, all the Guardians of the Galaxy, the fucking Borderlands.
I never
They
even
had
played that.
all
Yeah.
these fucking games. The Borderlands one was my favorite one. Tales
I
from the
heard that was
Border.
good. Yeah, I heard that was
It
good.
was funny as fuck. And you know what? I never liked Borderlands, like 1 and 2. I never
Yeah.
liked them. And then I played Tales from the Borderlands, and it actually made me want to buy Borderlands 3. Because
Uh,
that's how much I fucking liked it. I'm like, this story and this Borderlands Telltale shit is so good that I just want more of it. Anything that's more
Yeah.
of it. So I ended up buying Borderlands 3 because of it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking crazy. Those Telltale, man, they had some cool shit going, but they fucked it up.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, how they come back. It's a new studio.
Yeah.
I don't have really any hope. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be
It's
anything
just
like
Telltale. It's just Telltale. The name is. They're all
Right, exactly.
fucking gone.
Because the Telltale company, like it essentially was LucasArts. Like most of the crew was
Yeah.
from like the Monkey Isle game. Those old games, the Lucas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, I mean, they were. Yeah, it was a good crew.
Yeah, they were pretty talented. Like I said, man, they had some great writers because they'd come up with some really cool, interesting stories, and they were all really fucking well done.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first played that Walking Dead, like I'd never really played anything like it. With
Oh, dude,
just
that blew everyone. I remember
serious-
that one Game of the Year and like a lot of shit. Like, remember that one Game of the Year at the Video Game Awards and all that
yeah,
shit?
that's right, it did.
Yeah, because it was just like a mind. Like, I remember everyone was playing that game, right? Everyone was playing The Walking Dead. It was like just like
Yeah,
incredible.
it,
And
I mean,
then
that's put them on the map.
from there is when they went crazy, and like the next
Yeah.
E3 they had like 10 new games to announce. Like, we got this Marvel thing, and we got fucking Game of Thrones and Batman and fucking Superman and
Yeah,
fucking everything else you could think of is coming to this fucking thing. Minecraft and shit. Yeah, it was just
And
wild.
I think part of the problem was like they didn't really innovate like on their storytelling.
No.
It was really hot at first, but like it started to get copied, by other companies. Like Life is Strange.
Life is Strange.
Is built on the model,
Yeah.
but it's done better. It's like better graphics, better,
That's what killed them too. I think their engine was just the same thing. It looked the same
Yeah.
all the time. It played the same. They needed to update that. If they just came up with like a new engine with new graphics and kept kind of like the same kind of storytelling,
Yep.
but made it like nicer looking graphics like Life is Strange, maybe
Yeah,
they
I
would have done a
agree.
little bit better, But still, like they just kept milking that same thing over and
Yep.
over and over and over.
People got burnt. Yeah.
Anyways, anything else you played?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's news time. Let's get into some news, Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
The news.
Good old news.
Good
The
old
news.
news. Anyways, moving on to some news. Apparently, The Rise of the Skywalker's opening crawl references an event you could only hear in Fortnite, Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What?
right. That's right. So during the, how like they have those opening crawl scenes in every
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars
Iconic.
movie. Well, the Empire is doing this and blah, blah, blah. Well, in this one for The Rise of the Skywalker, there's a part where it says, "The dead speak. The galaxy has heard a mysterious broadcast, a threat of revenge in the sinister voice of the late Emperor Palpatine." And pretty much like if you watch the movie, you realize there's no threat from Emperor Palpatine in the whole movie. But in Fortnite there was.
That was for the live event, right?
Yes, during the live event is when I guess the scene that people watched in the Epic theaters the other day on Sunday or whatever, or Saturday, the week before this show, so last week. If you were in Fortnite playing the game, you watched a special scene at the movie theaters in the game. Uh, It was that. It was that scene. So it's kind of crazy that Epic is kind of tied to Star Wars. With this. So with that, Mayo, can your fucking Steam say they've had a thing with Star Wars?
No, unfortunately.
See there, what's up with that?
Hey, I said last week, all hail the mighty Epic.
Mighty Epic Store, Mighty Epic Store. That's pretty wild. I actually went to go see that movie. I went to go see that movie Thursday. It was good.
Oh, you saw it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was good. It was packed. I hate when I sit next to somebody in the theater, you know what I mean? That I don't know. It was just, it was so packed, dude. It was like fucking packed. And I was just like,
Can make it a little uncomfortable.
no, and the thing is, I was sitting next to this guy that was just complaining the whole time, right? The whole time he was complaining about, like, at first he was complaining about how many ads, because of course they're going to play ads, dude. The fucking theater's sold out. You think they're not going to play ads? So
right.
they play like half an hour of ads before the movie starts, right? Like all the new movies coming out, like 007 and all this shit. And he's like, oh, what's up with all these fucking ads? Fucking boo! And then like what happens? The movie starts, and then he starts bitching. He started complaining that one of the characters from an old movie and like the other Star Wars movies was in this one, and he's like, boo! Like I was just like, dude, like.
It's obnoxious.
You're that good. You're that guy. You're the guy that's gonna be booing at the screen
Dude.
and like all that shit. You know, like fucking like super nerd. Like fuck.
Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, you motherfucker. You know, like it's just bullshit. Like what the fuck. So yeah, I had to sit next to that fucking guy. I want to go watch it again, and hopefully the theater won't be as packed sometime.
Yeah,
this
I'm planning
week.
to go see it too.
So we'll see. Maybe I'll get to catch it again and watch it more comfortably this time. I don't think it'll be as packed as it was on the weekend.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll die off.
Yeah. I'll probably actually wait and probably go after like the first of the year even.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hey.
Wife and all the kids and I will go.
This reminded me of something. Have you guys seen The Witcher?
Yes.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up actually right after we stopped talking about Star Wars.
It just reminded me. Yeah, I was like...
Mayo, have you played The Witcher 3?
Just a little bit of it.
This guy...
Game. I have not. It's funny because we talked about this a long time ago when I was on the show that I barely ever played it, and I never owned it, and I actually have it from Gunny's account on Steam,
good.
so like I can play it.
Good.
But I avoid those really long RPG games because I know I probably won't get it finished.
It doesn't matter. Just start it. Just play it. Just play it little by little. Play 2 hours a week or 3 hours a week every week for the next.
About 3 years to play it.
Yeah, play it for the next 4 years of your life.
Gives me something to play until.
Play it till the next Witcher. No. Play it till the next Witcher comes out, and you'll be good.
Have you guys ever played the old ones?
I have actually. So I played Witcher 2 on the 360, and actually, I picked that up randomly one day. I went to GameStop. And the girl at GameStop was like, "You like RPGs?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You need to try this one." And I was like, "What the fuck is this bullshit?" She's like, "It's The Witcher." I'm like, "What the fuck is The Witcher?" And she's like,
"Oldish." Sounds
She's like, "Just try it." She's like, "Just try it. If you don't like it, you bring it back, and I'll give you a refund."
Sick.
And I was like, "Whatever, sure." And I tried it, and I kind of liked it, but then I kind of didn't. What I didn't like about it was that it wasn't as open worldy as I was used to, like open world games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Witcher 2 was very like
very linear
and very kind of like Tomb Raider, where like it wasn't very open at all. Like it was kind of open sections, but like not open world. Whereas Witcher 3 is just open world. You can go anywhere. Fuck.
Right.
As long as you're willing to die sometimes, you can go anywhere. You know what I mean? That was the main difference. But like all the cutscenes are dope as fuck in The Witcher 2. It was all cool, man.
Yeah.
I remember I tried the original Witcher. I kept seeing it back in the day when I was new to Steam and stuff. And at the time, and I'm like, oh, this game looks really cool. This game looks really cool. And I had a friend that actually had bought it. And he bought like the physical copy on PC back in the day you actually did that. And I tried it on his computer, and this at the time was an older computer then, so it didn't play the game the greatest. And the first Witcher, the controls were so bad.
Yeah,
Like
it's a
the
rough game.
mouse was your camera movement, I think, and there was no way to like lock on the characters. You could be like attacking off screen and stuff where you're like not
Damn,
looking at stuff,
that was awful.
and it was so hard, and it just drew me away from it. And I kept seeing like still shots of the game. I'm like, oh, this looks really good. The enemy design and the characters look really cool and all this stuff, but I never wanted to play it because of the bad controls. And I knew when they came out with the third one, everybody was like, oh, they completely improved on the way the controls were, and
Yeah.
this game is just amazing. And you can put 100 hours in this game, and I'm going, no way, because I know if I want to start playing it, I'm going to get absorbed, and I'm going to put 100 hours in this game. And
Yeah, but like 400.
But yeah, Witcher 3, anyways, the reason I asked you if you ever played Witcher 3 is because Geralt in that game, you know what Geralt looks like, what he sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker, Henry Cavill, the dude who plays the Witcher in the
yeah.
series, the motherfucker looks like the Witcher.
He
looks
nails it. He fucking nails
just
it.
like him, dude. Looks just like him. And he
Yup,
has that
does.
fucking that deep
He has a
fucking
voice.
voice. That voice,
Yeah.
dude.
I know. I was marveling.
I
I
was
was like,
like,
damn, he nailed it.
What? I was like, this motherfucker has
Costume,
the
like,
voice
dude.
of the Witcher. This motherfucker could show up at any convention dressed like the Witcher, and
It's
he's
like
the
his
Witcher.
face shape changed. I mean, like it was quite impressive.
Yeah, they must
I
have
gonna
put some.
Recognize lots of locations from the game.
Yeah.
without knowing the story, am I going to pretty much still get into it? I planned on watching it
The
last
story's
night, and it got
fucking
late.
like so
I
long.
couldn't.
Okay,
But-
so actually, what they do in the Witcher series is they start the story off where
like a prequel, isn't it?
it's kind of like a prequel. So it is a prequel to The Witcher 3. So it's kind of like a prequel to The Witcher, where like The Witcher is The Witcher. He's doing his thing, like hunting monsters or whatever the fuck. He's just kind of just doing his thing, and then you kind of see the story of Yennefer, like where she came from and like how she became like a crazy powerful witch or whatever, and then you see the story of Ciri or Cirilla or whatever the fuck, and like how she used to be a princess, and like she was a princess that was under the care of the queen or whatever in her castle or whatever, and the queen went to war against the dudes from the what the fuck are they called? The Nilfgaards? Nilfgaard?
Nilheim. It's like Nilheim.
Nilheim? Yeah, something like that. The dudes were the all black, the Black Army, right? She went to war with them or whatever because she got kind of like, they were like trying to invade, and she was like, fuck you, you're not going to invade shit. And they went to war, and she got her ass kicked because they were just like outnumbered like 100-1. Like their army stood no fucking chance against this big army that they showed up with.
Are you talking about the show now? Or?
Yeah. And
Okay,
then,
that's what I thought.
and then they all retreat back to the castle, Mayo, and like it's pretty cool how they show like Ciri talking to that lady and the queen, and Ciri's the last one that has to survive, so like they like fucking sneak her out of the castle, like typical like back in the day. You think like kings and queens like sending the princes off or whatever so they can come back and rule the land once again. And all that shit. It's pretty much a story in itself, dude. Think of like Game of Thrones, Mayo, but like gorier and a lot of nudity as well. So it's kind of like an HBO show.
You were asking about the game, though, right, Mayo?
I know. I was asking about the series.
He's
If
talking
I
about the
watched
series.
it, if I'd be lost or not.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
gonna
I mean the
watch. Just
story
watch
is
it.
it's dense, dude. Like it's definitely dense. Like
Yeah,
it helped me playing the game for the show. Like
yeah. You'll recognize a lot of shit, but at the same time, you could just.
that's true. Yeah,
If
the
you
show,
pay-
the show,
if-
they
if
do
you-
a good job. You
If
can
you
just,
pay attention, you'll understand what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on. You're like, this guy's
Yeah.
a Witcher. This person is this person, and they do
Game,
a lot
on
of
the other
jumping.
hand,
Yeah,
like, I was lost for a long time.
the
Because
game.
I really didn't play the other ones.
Yeah, the game is just something else. But yeah, fucking great show, dude.
I didn't put it in the news, but I guess they made a little bit of a settlement with the original creator of The Witcher. You
really?
remember reading an article about how they
Yeah.
he was trying to get money from the
I guess
series
he-
because,
Only got a little
Had a-
bit.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
and I guess they made some kind of settlement. I can't remember what it was. I ran across it today. I know initially he got like a lump sum, and he
Right.
was like, "Here, have it," and then it really took off, and then he
You
come
never
back and wanted
expected it to-
basically more,
Yeah.
well.
and
Let's talk about that because so pretty much the CD Projekt Red in the beginning. So it says here that so the creator, his name is and it's hard to say his name. It's Andrzej. So I don't know if it's Andrzej or Andrzej.
I don't.
Sapkowski. He had licensed the property for an upfront sum instead of a percentage deal because he thought video games were stupid and it wasn't going to add up to anything.
Yeah, no idea.
But it did.
I think he got like $30,000 or something.
So Sapkowski issued a demand for more money to the tune of 60 million PLN.
Yeah.
Which works out to about 15.6 million US dollars. CD Projekt Red said no, but it also said that it would work toward reaching an amicable resolution on the matter. And it says here that in February 2019, it was reported that a reconciliation between the two parties was in the works, and now it appears that the goal has been reached. They have signed a new agreement, further solidifying their relationship with CD Projekt Red and the creator of The Witcher. So it says here,
how much?
No, it says here, we've always admired Mr. Andrzej Sapkowski's work, a great inspiration for the team here at CD Projekt Red. That's what the CEO of CD Projekt Red said. And they said, we believe today marks a new stage in our continued relationship. Details of the new agreement or the new arrangement are buried under an NDA. But CD Projekt Red said that the deal satisfies and fully clarifies the needs and expectations of both parties, past and present, and sets out a framework for the future cooperation between the two sides.
Nice.
Well, there you go.
Kudos to CD Projekt Red. I mean, they could have just been like,
"Fuck you,
no, done." You know, you got your money.
They have every right
you
to.
signed off. You're done. But they worked with them.
He probably got he probably gets like 2% off of everything they make or something. You know, like a 2% royalty on all the copies of the game you sell or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'd take 2% of the Witcher series.
Fuck
right
yeah,
now.
I would too. You know, if you're just sitting back at home making 2% of fucking $100 million. You're like, you're fine, dude. You're set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they're one of the best developers. You know, like as far as just taking care of their customers and.
Yeah, because they're the ones that don't. Remember, they were the ones that said they weren't gonna like fuck people over and not release DLC for their games. They don't do microtransactions. They release DLC for their games. It's just
the
like,
DLC is great. The DLC is
like
awesome.
they tell you like our DLC is $15, but that's it, and like
and it's like a whole new game.
Yeah, you get like a whole new game for this much money. It's pretty much what they're saying. You know what I mean? So they're pretty.
Did you
cool
play the DLC? Jesus?
No, actually, I started. Was that Blood and Wine or?
Yeah, Blood and Wine is the first one.
I started that one. Doesn't that one start off with like a party? You and Siri go to like this party or whatever in a mansion.
Yes. I think,
so that's where I started off with that one. I started off with me and Siri show up to like this masquerade party or whatever.
Oh yeah, I do remember it. Yeah, that was fun.
Like, there was fireworks going off and there's some crazy shit.
Yeah, it was cool.
I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, this is a cool, but then like I don't know what happened and I never finished it. I never finished the game. Like I said, I got really far into the game though. Like I really did. Like I met most of the main characters. I met like all of them. Like the what's the dude that sings the songs?
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't remember his
name. The dude who's always like in trouble. He's like,
I hate that guy.
Geralt's like, I have to rescue you one more fucking time.
Yeah, Geralt's so
God
funny.
damn it! Like I have to rescue you all the time, dude. What the fuck?
I know. You're like a little bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. And the guy's like, oh fuck. Anyways, moving on to more news, ladies and gentlemen. Borderlands 3 is now on Stadia, but it's an old version from October. That's right. So Borderlands 3's launch came on 4 days ago. So what was it, the 17th of December? But the build that is in the launch for Stadia, it's before October 24th, according to 2K. They said that like the patch in it's from October 24th.
Are they doing a bunch of like holiday stuff right now too?
Yeah.
So would that be lacking all the holiday stuff then?
I'm assuming
they're probably not gonna get any of that.
No.
You guys have Stadia?
No.
Nope.
I had it pre-ordered and then I canceled.
That's right. I thought you had it. You're getting it.
I was a Stadia Master Racer for a while and then I canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to get Evan's opinion at some point in time here soon.
He probably sold his already by now.
Who are you talking about? Who had it?
Evan.
Evan Tanaka.
Yeah.
Oh.
E.T., man. E.T. has it. Anyways.
Yeah.
Moving on to more news here. Speaking of more news, Stadia news. Stadia. Stadia now adds 3 more games to his list of library this week. That's right. 3 more games, guys. Woo!
Does that put him up to, what, 15 games now?
Google announced now that it's going to have Borderlands 3 and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 available on Stadia as of Tuesday, with Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint hitting the platform on Wednesday. There you go. And apparently Ghost Recon will be the first title to incorporate Google's exclusive Stream Connect feature, which allows players to view their teammates' screen picture-in-picture style so they can better coordinate their missions. So like if me and Mayo and you're playing Pipe Dream, we could be like, hey Mayo, we're gonna tap into your feed, bro. And then like a little fucking screen comes up and we can see Mayo what Mayo's looking at. And I'm like, I'm gonna tap into Pipe Dream's stream, and then we could all see each other's screen, and we could be like Super Delta Rangers.
What? Sorry, what game is this? I like spaced out.
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon. Okay.
Breakpoint.
Yeah. That game's fun. Troy Baker voices every character in that game.
Troy Baker voices every character in every game.
Every game. That's true.
He's a beast.
He is a beast.
That's what
But no, seriously, every enemy in that game is like Troy Baker. It's like
he does it for
fun.
every game. Death Stranding, he's the fucking the main bad guy.
God, I wish I didn't hate that game.
Troy Baker. Anyways, moving on. PlayStation has now announced a DualShock 4 back button attachment. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. For years, competitive gamers have used paddles on the back of their controllers to give them the edge in matches, Mayo. Mm-hmm. From Scuff Gaming's line of premium gamepads to the first-party Xbox One Elite controllers, we've seen these paddles appear on several high-end controllers. Today, Sony announced a new attachment that grants similar functionality to its standard DualShock 4 controllers. The PlayStation back button attachment.
VP.
You can plug it into the bottom of your DualShock 4, and you can map up to 16 different buttons. For example, if you want the right back button to act as a shortcut for triangle, while the left back button is a shortcut for R1, you can map it as such, Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the back button attachments will feature an OLED screen that shows you what each button is mapped to. You can save 3 profiles to the back button attachment. You can swap between configurations for the games you play the most on the fly. It also features a headset pass-through, so you can still use a 3.5mm headset jack with the peripheral. So there you go.
It's weird this is an OLED screen. You know, I think of OLED, I just think of automatic, the OLED TVs.
It's crazy. Why would they waste that much technology on an OLED screen on the back of this thing? You know what I mean?
An OLED?
Right. Yeah.
You're right. It's an OLED. That's not like a regular LED screen. They put a fucking OLED on the back of that thing?
Yeah, it's like...
It's a little too much, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I guess they have that technology because, they have the Sony OLED.
I mean,
Probably like $200.
No, it's actually only $39.99.
What?
$39.99.
That's cheap as fuck.
Yeah. But I mean, the OLED is probably only showing black and white colors.
No, normal controller's like $70 or something.
Yeah, it looks like it's all black with the lighting part is white.
Yeah.
Is the way it looks.
Yeah.
All right.
It's this news reminds me too, Jesus. I did read too today that Corsair bought
Scuff Gaming.
Scuff Gaming controllers.
Yeah.
So
really?
That's kind of an interesting move too.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So I told some of the guys in the community that they're gonna start seeing RGB controllers because everything Corsair makes is RGB.
I thought they did RAM or something.
What's that?
I thought Corsair made RAM.
They do. They make RAM. They make keyboards, mice, CPU.
Yeah, that's right.
They make a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I have a headphone stand that's made out of from Corsair. Everything, headsets.
What I wonder though is what's gonna happen to the deal that they had between Microsoft and Scuff Gaming. I wonder if Corsair will take that away or if Corsair will just partner with them even more, because Corsair already partners with Microsoft to do their
Yeah, but
they're the ones that do all their keyboards. So they've done like the Gears of War 5 keyboard.
Oh, I thought that was
They,
Razer.
was it Razer?
is it?
I thought it was Razer did the
Wasn't it
Gears.
Corsair?
I could be wrong.
Well, anyways, all I know is
Okay.
that the reason the Xbox One Elite controller is the way it is, right? The way we have these paddles back here.
Yeah,
Is it
I have
Scuff?
one.
This is Scuff technology. Like Scuff licensed their tech to Microsoft back in 2015. That's when Microsoft created the Elite controller. The first one, they created it like in 2017 because it took them 2 years to develop it or whatever. But they use these paddles are the same ones. Like if you go and buy a Scuff controller, you're gonna get these same exact paddles, the same size, the same style, because it's Scuff technology, and it's actually licensed by Microsoft through Scuff. But now that Corsair owns them, and Microsoft is always doing deals with Razer, I wonder if Corsair is going to be like, "Fuck you, we're pulling your license from using our shit on your stuff."
I don't think they could do that. Yeah.
I don't know, because they own the technology. They just license it out to Microsoft.
Right.
But they are the
Yeah.
they are the exclusive Xbox third-party controller partner for Microsoft Professional Gaming.
Make a shitload of money doing that. They're not gonna build that. Deal.
Yeah. If I had a guess, Corsair's probably just going to let them do their thing, and they're probably just going to give them some backing, maybe. Because in the article they said Scuff was like an indie company, like they're a smaller company.
Yeah, they were.
So this is probably just a money backing thing to help them even push their product even more.
Because they're the ones that provide Microsoft with like all their esports controllers for like they use for competitions. They're the ones that provide all that shit as Scuff. They're the exclusive third-party accessories partner for the
I
wireless.
wanted to try one of those.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, if
Have
you're
them?
looking for the thing I will tell you right now though is the difference from a Scuff and an Elite controller is not very much. The thing is though that a Scuff controller can and will cost you like almost twice as much as an Elite controller if you go crazy on it, because they do all kinds of crazy shit. Where like they'll be like, you can add fucking purple and blue and pink fucking buttons.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And fucking engrave your initials into the
Right.
back of that fucking shit. All kinds of crazy shit. And they'll like your controller next to it's fucking $400 because you went all out on it or whatever.
Right.
So
I think guys I work with, there's a couple guys I work that have Scuff controllers, and I think they're more PlayStation people, and they kind of change their like. They don't like where the thumbstick placement is on the PlayStation controllers.
So make like an
And
Xbox.
they're different on the Scuffs, and so you can use it on the PlayStation with the thumbsticks in different placement, like the Xbox one, but it's a PlayStation controller, and then they can map everything. And I know a couple of guys that use that, and I believe that's what they were telling me is what they like about it is they don't like the PlayStation analog sticks being in the middle, like how they are, the same height and everything, where the
I
Xbox
have
are all
Xbox
set.
Elite on the PlayStation.
I know
my
there's
favorite controller.
adapters. You can buy an adapter that you can connect your Xbox controller to the
Yeah.
PlayStation. They have those adapters. They have them for keyboard and mouse. I'm pretty sure they have them for the Xbox as well.
My controller broke. It didn't last very long.
Which one, the Elite?
Elite, yeah. I didn't think it was very well made.
They're not. The first series was really badly made. Like
Yeah.
if you didn't have
Did it come
insurance on
glued?
it, they
Yeah, like the dead center got all loose and loosey goosey.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
good controller when it worked though.
I recommend insurance on that, or just get a new one. I guess the version 2 is better.
I might get that then.
Randy Pitchford doesn't seem to be impressed with the Xbox Series X, and he calls out Phil Spencer. That's right, our dear friend over at Gearbox, founder Randy Pitchford, has now taken to Twitter to call out the Xbox head
goober.
Phil Spencer following a tweet about the upcoming Xbox Series X, or simply Xbox. Microsoft Executive President of Gaming took to Twitter to respond to an article from Eurogamer's Digital Foundry on the next-gen Xbox, the Series X. In the article, Eurogamer mentions that the power increase for the Series X over the original Xbox One and Xbox One X is likely achieved through increased processor frequency instead of transistor density. According to Moore's law, transistor density on a microchip should double about every 2 years, but this pace appears to be slowing down. It says here, transistor density is unlikely to have doubled, meaning that the primary route forward for increased performance is frequency, and lots of it, Digital Foundry wrote. Increasing clock speeds gets more performance and therefore more value from the silicon, but the harder you push, the more power you need. And the more power you need, the more heat you produce, necessitating innovation in terms of thermal dissipation. Phil Spencer tweeted that while Moore's Law is seemingly slowing down, performance ambitions increase, and as such, design innovations are required. He said, quote, so he said that, right? And then he said, software innovations like VRS will be critical. The Xbox Series X rewrites the rules of console design, and the power level should be extraordinary. That's what Phil Spencer said. So apparently, Gearbox founder and Borderlands core creator Randy Pitchford doesn't seem to be impressed with the Xbox Series X so far, and he called out Spencer in the following tweet. He said, "Is Moore's Law slowing down? How many transistors in the Series X? What if Moore's Law is like the 4-minute mile? Your ambitious message for the Xbox One X was inspiring, but for the Series X, well, this feels more like an excuse." And then he said, so he was just, and then he said in a follow-up tweet, Pitcher said that he wants the next Xbox to be as powerful as it can be. He said, "There's nothing more than my comment. I love Phil and I'm grateful for his leadership. I want the next Xbox to be as powerful as it can be, and I want to hear platform leadership carrying aspirational, ambitious technology goals that benefit customers and developers." So, whatever. He said he said he's an Xbox gamer. You can find him on Xbox. His gamer tag is Duval Magic. And, yeah.
Got like 100,000 requests.
I did read too, again, Jesus, in a different article very similar to this one, and they were making reference that this might be a little bit of I guess Gearbox is making a couple PlayStation exclusive games.
Oh.
So they're kind of throwing some shade at Microsoft, at kind of saying, your console's not as good, we're going over here, kind of thing.
Oh.
Maybe. That doesn't really excite me as a PlayStation user. I'm not really into Randy Pitchford.
You guys can have him.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole.
Looking back to your team, dude.
Mr. Twitter over there.
He doesn't give a shit either. He's just an asshole. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, fuck all of you guys.
Hey, that stupid Aliens game.
Yeah. Anyways, now you can play Horizon Zero Dawn on PC soon via PS Now, Mayo.
Woo, 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 woo.
That's
Oh,
right.
nice.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Guerrilla Games post-apocalyptic PS4 exclusive, will be hitting the PS Now store in January, finally allowing you to check it out on PC if you have an active subscription. So there you go.
Because streaming.
Right.
720p.
Am I going to play it?
You're not playing on PC. Yeah, it's so deceptive.
You're not going to play it now.
I'm probably not. Because I wonder how it would even stream. Like, if it's going to stream to, like, 720p or 1080p.
Yeah, it'll stream. It definitely doesn't do it justice.
It's 720p. That's the shitty part. Like, they don't have 1080p streaming. Not even 1080p streaming. Come on, man.
Yeah, who uses 720p anymore?
I don't know. Them, according to PlayStation. Them, they do.
Nintendo's raising their hand. We do.
Yeah, Nintendo. Raging it.
Even Stadia does better than 1080 than 720p now. Come on, man.
That's true.
You know, like even Stadia.
Stadia's fucking range.
Yeah, I don't need any hardware for that. Well, I guess they're not using any hardware in this either. I just have to watch as I play.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, and moving on to more news. There's a Russian internet company suing Twitch for $3 billion, and they're now seeking to have it blocked.
What the fuck? Good luck.
There we go. So Rambler Group, the third largest internet company in Russia, has now filed a lawsuit against Twitch over illegal broadcast of English Premier League soccer in that country. As reported by Kommersant, Rambler claims that streams of matches on Twitch violated its exclusive broadcast rights approximately 36,000 times, and as a result it is now seeking 180 billion rubles in damages and a permanent ban on Twitch in Russia. The damages are significant, although it sounds like Rambler will have some real work ahead of proving them, as it will probably have to prove each of the violations individually, and even if it does, collecting on a judgment against a US-based company will be challenging. So, there you go, guys. What do you think? Like, do you think they have a right to sue Twitch?
I mean, it's kind of like, I think it's the users, right? I mean, is Twitch responsible for the users' content?
I don't know. Is YouTube
Yeah,
responsible for the
that's
users' content?
good.
I don't think so.
How would you shut everybody down?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have
I
a
remember
disclaimer
seeing
about that.
sporting event before where somebody put in that they were playing a game, and they put in there just holding a controller, and basically showing the
Didn't
move.
some people do
game.
that doing like UFC fights? They'll be like, "We're playing UFC game or whatever," and then they'll
Oh, and it's
fucking
like,
they'll fucking like stream a UFC fight, and they'll just have like a controller. They're holding a controller, but they're
yeah.
streaming like an actual fight.
Right. So how are you going to
Oh
monitor
shit!
so many
Yeah,
people?
I don't think it has any like legal standing at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Because Twitch tells you they can't do it, and they'll take down what they can.
Right.
I don't think they could possibly get it all.
They would have to send a DMCA, whatever, cease and desist. That's really all they could do. Can't sue them for $3 billion. It's ridiculous.
and get him banned in Russia. They don't just want that; they want to ban him in Russia as well. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of
They
our
just want
country.
publicity for their like fucking they're the third biggest. So that means that they have 10 employees or something. Russia. Yeah, third employees a polar bear.
Third biggest internet company that have 10 employees.
We thought biggest.
Oh, shit. Anyways, guys.
Anyway,
Microsoft has now been accused of ripping off the style and visual effects of various independent artists for its Xbox Series X debut trailer. The company revealed the title and design of their next-gen console and its controller at the Game Awards of 2019. It says here, Microsoft first revealed a new console, previously known as Project Scarlet, at E3 2019, where it announced the next-gen system will release holiday 2020. It says here, Microsoft teased information about the console, including some spec details, and the news that Halo Infinite would be a launch title, but fans didn't get a full reveal until the Game Awards in early December. It says here, the simple design brought immediate comparisons to basic PC towers, but Microsoft said in the Xbox Series X spec reveal that the design allowed the company to deliver 4 times the processing power of the Xbox One X in the most quiet and efficient way. But it says here, artists on social media have now accused the new console's reveal trailer of copying their work. Shortly after the reveal, David O'Reilly, creator of 2017's Everything game, he said the first game to qualify for an Academy Award, showed a comparison between the game's launch trailer and Xbox's reveal video. Both feature sweeping landscape shots set to old-timey philosophical voiceovers from similar-sounding narrators. O'Reilly explained that when he was attempting to draw attention to the similarity in order to prevent people from assuming he was the one who would copy Microsoft in the future. It says here O'Reilly's post now has 20,000 likes on Instagram. Replying to O'Reilly's messages about the comparison a few days later, Nicholas Borich of visual design label Antiv shared another comparison, this time a side-by-side look at Microsoft's trailer and a 2015 VFX short film called Dry Lights from Antiv artist Xavier Chazin. While each video's audio is vastly different, both show shots of a dark, desert-like landscape populated with waves of light pulsing over them. O'Reilly responded to Borich's tweet saying, Xavier was robbed, and a separate tweet from Borich has 900 likes. So, what do you guys think? You think Xbox is over here stealing people's fucking art and just using it for trailers?
well, you see, this has actually been big because so what I do is I work for some companies producing stock photography and stock video stuff, and so this stuff has been actually kind of really been a big issue.
I'm going to send you a link. This second one, the one with the dude from Antiv and then showing off Microsoft Xbox thing, that looks pretty like similar. I could see how
Yeah, I know. I mean, and there's been issues of people using like each other's effects. Yeah, I think it's a big deal. Like, as someone who does art and stuff like that, like, it pissed me off. Somebody used my effects, or it's a lot of work that goes into that stuff.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, man.
I was gonna say, yeah. So, it's tough because you're Microsoft, but like it's usually a contractor who does that stuff. So it's like usually not even at Microsoft. It's like it's a third party.
Yeah, they hired somebody to do it. Yeah.
Right, they outsource it, and so it makes it kind of hard to like police that shit. Because if you haven't seen the other work, I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a big deal, but yeah, I don't know.
But anyways, moving on to another article here by Digital Trends. Written today, Mayo, today
Oh,
at 6
hot
a.m.
press.
Pacific time. The Xbox Series X is the wrong console for a climate crisis. That's the headline. It
Okay.
says here, Microsoft's Xbox Series X is coming in 2020, and as you've likely heard, it looks like a mini fridge. Its strange vertical design left gamers scratching their heads, but there's a method behind the madness. The new Xbox looks different because its hardware is far more powerful than anything we've seen before. It says here, analysis by Eurogamer's Digital Foundry suggests the Xbox Series X will pack between 9 and 12 teraflops of raw computing power, and as much as double the Xbox One X's 6 teraflops. Some of that gain will come from newer, more modern hardware, but that alone won't be enough. Digital Foundry believes Microsoft will have to increase total system power draw beyond 300 watts, Mayo.
My gosh.
More power means more heat, and a larger box is one way to handle that heat. So there you go, man. Is that why it's not... So, hold on. Let me go down to the bottom of this article. It says, 300 is a lot of watts. It says here, there's a direct correlation between the power consumption and carbon footprint. That's why the Xbox Series X is worrying. Assuming Digital Foundry's guess is right, the Xbox Series X will consume significantly more power than the Xbox One X, which is already the most power-hungry console.
I feel bad.
Okay, an Xbox.
You feel bad, Mayo? You better feel bad,
now
you
now I
motherfucker.
feel bad.
Better feel
Because I have
super
a
bad.
900 watt power supply.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
Mayo,
figured
what are
that
you,
too. I
Mayo,
like
what are you
800.
doing, Mayo? Mayo, you need to throw that thing out. What are you doing, 900 power watt over there? What are you
Oh my
doing?
gosh.
That's too
I'm
much
leaving
watts.
quite the carbon footprint over here. How about you, Jesus? Do you know how big your power supply is?
I think it's 650 or some shit.
What are you doing?
I don't know. You need to throw this out. Throw it out the window.
I do have a question that did pop in my head the other day about this new Xbox. So we've all seen the design, how it's upright like a refrigerator, right? And we have seen the mesh kind of top with the light that kind of glows underneath it. And some people are speculating that it's maybe like a cooling tube. You know, maybe air comes from the other side or whatever. If that's the case and it's standing up, if you look at the bottom of it, it looks relatively flat. Where's that air coming from?
Magic.
Like, is it pulling the air from underneath it? Is it kind of curved? But then it wouldn't be pulling much air in from underneath. So I'm just kind of curious, actually.
That water cooler vapor chamber, bro.
That vapor chamber technology.
Oh, vapor chamber.
Fucking vapor chambers. They
Vapor
got
chamber.
two vapor chambers in this
Bro.
motherfucker.
It's a VP. VP2.
But yeah, I was kind of curious about that. If you look at the design, and if you think of it being upright,
I'm not
where is it pulling all the air from?
Go ahead.
Oh man.
We're just going to sit there and whistle because it's going to pull air from a small little crack across the bottom. It's going to have a whistle to it the whole time.
Let me tell you something, Mayo. Let me tell you how much this costs for you. So it says here,
Yeah.
if you're not worried about what the Xbox Series X means for climate change, Mayo, you
Okay.
might be worried about what it means for your wallet.
He's worried.
Oh,
Early consoles didn't
Oh,
use
well, it
enough
does.
power to put a dent in your power bill. The PlayStation 2 and original Xbox and GameCube all consumed between 30 and 50 watts while playing a game. At 12 cents per kilowatt, the average price for power in the US, you'd have to play 6 hours every day to add more than $1 to your monthly power bill. Play that much on an Xbox Series X, however, and you'll pay $6.48 a month. That adds up to almost $80 a year. That's right. 6 hours is a lot of playing time, of course, but cut that down to a more sensible 2 hours each day, and you'll still pay about $26 every year. That's an extra $156 added to the console's price if you use it for 6 fucking years, Mayo.
mm-hmm.
You're
That's
adding
6 hours a day.
You're adding all that to your PC
Week,
cost.
or
All right, let me
month,
see
or
here.
what.
Causing a crisis for no good reason. Consoles like the Xbox Series X may well push the carbon footprint of gaming in the wrong direction, Mayo. And here's the worst part. Games may not actually be better. Will they look better? Sure. But that doesn't mean they'll be more fun, Mayo. Many of the world's most popular games aren't all that demanding, or at least don't need to be. For example, Mayo, League of Legends, Destiny 2, and Overwatch. All these games are sharp as hell at 4K and 60 frames per second, but they're just as fun at 1080p with a few
Fortnite
details.
could be fun too, I guess, for some people.
Sony and Microsoft make lofty promises about their environmental commitments. If they're truly concerned about the climate crisis, however, fighting over 8K resolution and 120 frames per second is the wrong move. Gaming needs real innovation, and that innovation is possible without making the climate crisis worse, guys. This article is such bullshit.
Do you think Sony and Microsoft would
I mean, you know I'm a fanboy, but dude, this article, like, come on, Sony.
Yeah, this article is digital. Digital Trends wrote that article.
Oh, Digital Trends. Yeah, but that's so fucking biased. Jesus.
Yeah, they're saying
Sounds
that
like
the
I
new
can't even
consoles.
tell you the last time I seen a 300 watt power supply in a PC. Like, that's pretty sad on the PC side of things.
Yeah,
that's like when you buy like a standard back in the day when you had a Dell or something like that.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
my Dell had 4
didn't even have a gaming GPU or anything in it, and that thing is probably back from like an old
PC.
dual core, like a Pentium 2 or something like that. It was probably a 300 watt power supply. So it's funny how this article all of a sudden is like, this is such a horrendous thing, This Xbox, this PlayStation is going to use all this power.
All that power.
PCs have been using it for years.
Don't tell them about your
Don't
PC.
mention that. Don't mention what the PC does.
They'll go crying.
But you don't have your PC on 6 hours a day, Mayo, like you do your Xbox.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't turned my PC off in like 6 years, dude.
Okay. I do.
Like, legit.
I do turn my PC off, but it's at night, and it's probably only off maybe max 8 hours a day. So it's on for like 16 hours a day.
Yeah, no, I haven't turned my PC off since I was in like high school.
Oh man. Anyways, that's all I have for news, guys. Make sure that you know that your Xbox is leaving a very bad carbon footprint on the earth.
PlayStation.
And PlayStation is better because Randy Pitchford says so.
Major rules.
And what else? Russia wants to ban Twitch.
Third largest.
Stadia is getting more games. That's what we learned this week in the news, guys. That's what we learned this week.
Well, Jesus, since we're going to transition on here, since we're going to use those powerful consoles, what energy they're going to use, you might as well use some free games, right?
Might as well.
Save some money. That $60 a year you're going to spend extra on your power bill. You can go out and on your Xbox One, play, I think Gunny updated this, is Jurassic World Evolution still.
Yeah.
Free game. Right there. That's worth the $60 right there. You just made your money back.
It's kind of worth it, yeah. Yeah, okay.
And you can also still play Castlevania. And then you Sony guys, if you still want to make your money back, I know you're not too concerned about it. But you can still play Titanfall and that Super Energy Monster Cross.
That's not a real game.
It's not. It's a real game. He just said it all backwards.
Either way.
We get it, man. It's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
But anyhow, we can't leave out the Mighty Epic Store. They are, I think it's today, giving out the awesome game of Super Hot.
That's a cool game.
And
Super Hot.
I don't know if I could play Super Hot without being in VR. VR spoiled it for me. When I played that game in VR, it felt made for VR.
Oh yeah, it's a VR game.
It's a VR game. It's made for VR,
sure.
I think.
Yeah.
The first time I ever played it was on the Xbox One X last year. And I think I just played it randomly one day. I think Xbox gave it for free, or I think I bought it on a sale for like $10 or something. And I fell in love. I streamed that game all the way through one sitting. It took me about 3 hours to beat it, but I was in love with it. Like the whole beginning to the end. I was like, this shit's fun. Like just moving and the characters moving. You got to move slowly, and then you die, and you got to figure out what the fuck. Okay, if I move this way, this will happen. If I move this way, this will happen.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's a lot of trial and error. I could see that being really hard in VR though. I could see it being like super intense in VR. You know what? Just because of that, man, I'm gonna buy it in VR.
You should. I 100% agree. You should buy this game in VR.
I should buy it. I'm gonna buy it because right now they have a PlayStation sale going on, and a lot of their games are on sale. So heads up on that too, people. I think like Death Stranding right now on the PS4 store, it's $40 digital, like brand new, $40.
Nice.
So check a lot of those games out.
What I want you to do, Jesus, is I want you to play Beat Saber for an hour, and then go straight to super hot VR. It's such a
Super slow.
You go from super moving to like moving like a sloth, and it's a completely different muscle set. I've done this before actually, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I bet. Because you're really trying to move all fucking slow and shit, trying to fucking
My
not
whole
get
body
shot.
didn't know what to think. Yeah, I went from moving fast and moving around to like crawling, just trying to
Just
move.
like all slow. Oh
That
man.
might be naturally, but wore out and old. But
Yeah.
anyways, at the very end here, I do want to add Steam. The free game for Steam is they don't need any Steam free games because they're Steam. That's all that matters. It just dropped.
Whoa. Yeah. Steam.
But on Steam actually has their winter sale going on right now, and this will go on to about the first of the year. Great time to pick up some games. You'll get a lot of 75% off discounts, 80% off discounts, even some 90% off discounts.
Get like 150 games.
Some
you won't
VR
play.
games. Just good games. If you want to round out your library, or even if you guys out there are thinking about building a PC in the near future, create a Steam account, buy a couple games, and keep them in the library.
Let's bring up some titles we talked about today, Mayo. Like The Witcher 3 right now on Steam for sale, Game of the Year edition, $14.99.
Dude, that is a fucking deal.
$14.99, and actually you can get
DLC too.
what is this? You can get the trilogy bundle for $14.82. What?
Practically making money there.
You get Witcher 1, Witcher 2, and Witcher 3 for $14 there.
Very nice.
They're paying you to play the game.
Exactly.
Fucking Mayo. They're paying you, Mayo. Go buy, Mayo. Go.
You need to pay me.
See?
What else did we talk about today? Oh, Borderlands isn't on Steam. What else is on Steam?
Control.
So
No,
Control is not on Steam. That's an Epic exclusive.
Right. My bad.
I talked about budget cuts, and that is $7 on Steam.
Is it?
I believe.
Yeah, $7.49.
Another one, Elite Dangerous, I think is $5.99, like $6.
I bet you that game is so cool in VR, dude.
Dude, okay. That for me, Elite Dangerous is the killer app in VR. Like, I thought Elite was so lame, and then I played it in VR, and like, it's so different.
I bet.
Like,
Yeah, because you have
Dude,
to
it's
like
incredible.
all the little buttons and shit in the cockpit.
Yeah, in the ship is incredible, dude. I was thinking about it when you were talking about Wipeout, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, everything is holographic. Like when you turn your head, like it activates through all context controls.
That's sick, dude.
Super sick, dude. Man,
What did you play this on, Pipe Dream? On what kind of VR?
what's up?
What did you play it on? What
Oculus.
was on that? How? Because I've almost picked this up, and I read that the controls are really difficult because you got to kind of use your mouse and keyboard while you're in VR, and there's so many commands and so many controls that
I used to I bought that like $500 joystick, the Thunder. So it's basically the same thing that they use in the game. It's like the graphics are the same as the actual controller. It's 1-to-1. So when I look down, I see my titties because I'm a woman, and I see the controller right between my legs. It's awesome. But that's the thing is what it says. Like, so the controls are all context. The VR is much easier than playing it in normal because when you turn your head and you look at the console, it activates, and so like everything becomes context. Let's context control. So like when you turn your head and you look at something specifically, it activates, and you're able to control it with your joysticks or whatever. And so you don't need more buttons because they all map the controls that you have. It's actually really easy. I could see it being hard with a keyboard though.
Yeah, I hear it's really hard with the keyboard. And that's what I was kind of curious about. They said there's so many buttons like thrust left, thrust right, like tilt, pitch.
You have to use a joystick. Yeah, you got to have a HOTAS joystick. Hands on throttle and stick. HOTAS.
Another one that we have mentioned this week, it's not a VR game, but Jesus, you mentioned playing it. I think it was last week, so I was jealous. Wreckfest is $15.
Yeah, Wreckfest. Yeah, get Wreckfest. See, lots of good games on Steam, people. We're bringing you all the deals right now. We're saving you money so you can go spend it on the Redbubble store for HGP gear. Epic Games has a sale going on as well right now. Also, Epic Games is giving you $10, Mayo. You get a $10 coupon.
Anything 15?
Anything above $15, they give you a $10 coupon. And get this, Mayo. Once you spend that coupon, they'll send you another coupon for $10.
Oh, awesome of them.
Another one. So you keep saving $10 every time you spend $15.
Jesus. You're going to make a lot of money.
That's right. They're going to make all the money. But you know what's funny? I noticed that some games did some funky shit to get past this. For example, like... No. For example, like, what's that? What the Golf game? And like a few other indie titles that were pretty big this year. Instead of being $14.99 to meet that $14.99 threshold to get $10 off, they're like $13.49.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 50 cents underneath or whatever the price or whatever to avoid that fucking coupon or whatever. They're like right underneath that fucking price. I'm like, you dicks, dude. You know, they're charging $11 for their game instead of like $15 because they don't want you to get that $10 off.
So should I pick up Detroit Becomes Human for $29.99?
You get $10 off.
Last night.
Well, it's $39.99 regular.
Yeah.
Is $29.99 too much?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. It's a good game, dude. That game is really good, actually.
I was just playing it last night with a group of people, and we were having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is that game not available on Steam?
Detroit Become Human? No, it's
it was on PlayStation.
Oh, it is on PlayStation.
It's exclusive, right?
Well, it came on PC as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
that's cool. Yeah, buy it, dude.
Oh, they have a demo.
It's a good game. Get the demo then.
Yeah, well,
just try it out. The demo's like the first
demo
mission.
My son's account. He's logged in.
Level.
I just realized.
Yeah. The demo is the very first mission, Mayo. That's what it is. Like the very first level thing you do.
Cool. I'll check it out. I enjoyed Heavy Rain. You know, I haven't finished that one yet, but I enjoyed it. So
this one's better.
This one's way better. Way better graphics.
Yeah,
it's like they've learned from their previous.
Yeah, David Cage's writing blows, but you know this one's it's better.
The best out of all of them.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's relative, but it is. The ending doesn't completely fall apart like all of his other games.
No, the ending is really cool, and this one.
Yeah.
Dude, I got such a fucking crazy ending with like the girl and the maid robot chick.
Going through that fucking the concentration camp.
Yeah, the checkpoint, and then they get to
Dude,
the
that was
thing.
so
Like, oh man, that was fucking wild. And they're getting shot at like fucking. They get to the. I can't say anymore. Can't say anymore, man.
I know. That was legit.
Yes, I already tuned you out. I quit listening to you.
Yeah, that was legit intense.
What else? Okay, anyways, it's time to move on to community questions.
Oh. All right, Jesus. We're going to start off with Nipron, Mr. Jonathan Arcela, who, by the way, had a birthday this week, if I remember right. So
happy birthday,
Nipron.
Happy birthday, Nipron.
He asked, he says, when do you guys think Sony will start showing their next generation console? He says Xbox has been hammering and showing all their cards, and the PlayStation is just being very poker face about it.
They're a grower, not a shower, dude.
Yeah, I think there's...
I think they're going to show it sometime early next year, so I'm thinking sometime in May or March they're going to have their own event, kind of like they did last time with the PS4. They had their own event.
Yeah, they're going to have their own event. Sure.
I don't think this time they're going to hold back on the price. They're going to show the price right away, and I think their price is going to be $500. I think they're just going to like come out and bring it all out. They're going to talk about specs. They're going to talk about hardware. They're going to talk about what specs to expect. Well, no, but they're going to actually talk about the specs. Like the specs are all leaked. Like all the things that we hear now are like things that Microsoft has been kind of talking about, things that Sony kind of been talking about. But like I'm talking about they're gonna give us hard specs. Like this is the CPU we have in it. This is the RAM we have in it. This is the GPU we have in it. This is what it can do. This is what it can play. I think that's what we're gonna get early sometime this next year. I think it's gonna be $500. I think they're gonna do it at least in May to give you 5 months to save up $500 to buy it in November. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're gonna give people like
season.
Yeah, they're gonna give people enough time to save up money to buy the holiday season. I think it's 500. I don't think it'll be 400. I don't think it'll be maybe 450, but I highly doubt it.
499 probably.
Whatever Sony comes out at, I know is what Microsoft is going to come out at. I think they're going to do the same thing Sony did last year, where they're not going to let Sony undercut them. You know what I mean? So that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it's going to be some random event. We'll know about it like a month ahead of time or a couple weeks ahead of time or something. They'll be like, hey guys, we're doing an event in California or whatever the fuck. Buy tickets to come visit or all that good shit. Anyways, it'll be a cool console, I think. Like everyone's hyped up right now about Xbox.
I'm excited for it.
But PS5 will be just as cool as the console as the Xbox. It might even fucking look the same. Yeah, controller's probably gonna be the same.
No, it's totally the controller.
Does it? Nah.
Yeah, dude. It's got a screen on it and everything. It's really cool.
I don't believe you.
Right.
Anyways, next question, Mayo.
All right, we have from John Jerome. He says, "Merry Christmas, HGP crew." And he says, "Any Christmas traditions in your family?" And he says, "Is there any certain foods or events that you look forward to for the holidays?"
The things that I look forward to in Christmas is hot chocolate, like something nice and warm, either chocolate or coffee. Mostly chocolate. Chocolate's better.
Eggnog.
I'm not a big eggnog guy.
Yeah, we used to do that in my family.
Mostly hot chocolate. Look forward to opening Christmas gifts on Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day. Are you guys Christmas Day people or Christmas Eve people?
Jewish.
Both.
Both? Yeah.
So we have to travel because my wife and I, all of our family is it's about 3 hours away. So all the grandparents are 3 hours away, and my brother and sister are 3 hours away, and her family's all 3 hours away. Mm-hmm. So what we do, we have our Christmas on Christmas Eve here, and then we wake up Christmas morning at like 5 a.m.
Oh, then drive?
And travel 3 hours up north, and then we go to my in-laws and have Christmas, and then we go from there to my family and have a Christmas with my parents and that, and then we drive back to Columbus that evening.
Jesus, dude. Why don't y'all just get together in one fucking place?
Serious. Neutral.
Yeah, it's the family.
Rent a hotel.
Get everyone in one fucking house, man. What are you doing traveling 10 hours to go Christmas?
Make them all drive down here. Make them all travel.
Make them all go to your house.
Holiday.
You all can spend Christmas together in one house.
But
super packed.
Tradition-wise, something we typically do, we actually didn't do it this year because it's getting more expensive, is we typically have zoo passes, and the Columbus Zoo here, they keep saying it's the greatest zoo in America right now. It's also going to become the most expensive zoo in America right now.
Oh, yeah. That's why they're saying that.
They have their Christmas lights, and we go every year for probably the last 10 years, and they haven't changed much. I could pretty much draw them right now on paper. I could map it all out for you. But it's $15 a ticket now. So there's there's 5 of us now, plus $10 to get in. So it's going to cost me like $90 just between gas and getting in to go see Christmas lights at the zoo. So we didn't do it this year. We actually went somewhere else and did one where you stay in your car and you drive through an area. And it was like a 4-mile area. So we tried that this year.
Was it as fun?
No, I don't think it was as fun, but it's also a lot warmer. But being cold is part of the fun.
Yeah.
Because you're outside walking around in the light.
I feel like if you don't feel cold, you don't really feel Christmassy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It must be fucking cold. Yeah.
But sometimes I remember one time we went, it was freezing rain. We paid for the tickets. The next thing it started freezing rain, and we're like out there walking through the zoo in the freezing rain, and everybody's getting sick and all that stuff.
All our Australian listeners are like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about? It's hot as shit, motherfucker."
Right.
Oh, shit.
But food-wise, my wife she got a family recipe from my mom, and she has like the best sugar cookies ever. They're some kind of super soft, really good sugar cookies she makes every year, and things are just delicious. They just melt in your mouth.
You know what I want to learn this year coming up? I want to learn how to bake.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know how to bake basic shit, but I want to learn how to bake like cool shit, like cakes and shit. I don't know why.
With my kids being homeschooled, my wife actually has taught all my kids how to bake.
Does she?
And so if my sons and them all know how to bake, like they can sit there
Nice.
and bake something if they wanted to. 'Cause
See-
she was always just like, and when they're out on their own, if they're single for a while,
They know
they
how
can
to
bake
bake
something.
their own.
They know
Yeah,
how to, they know how to
yeah.
cook and do their thing. So.
Like recently, I've been cooking a lot, but the thing is, what I want to learn is how to bake because in high school I knew how to bake. I took home ec and all that shit.
I did too.
I knew, like, yeah, I was the guy. But dude, home ec was the shit. Dude, you get to fucking in a class, fucking cook shit and eat it. Like, fuck yeah.
Is that really the reason you
Those are,
took
like,
home
full
ec?
of chicks.
Yeah, man, I took it
Yeah.
because it was a fucking badass. Like, you get to cook pizza and like everyone would always be like jealous of the home ec class because like we would be baking shit and you just like the smell would like waft to the whole fucking hallway. Fucking cookies and shit. We'd be baking all kinds of cool shit. And I remember I had like a whole recipe book because during the whole year they're giving us recipes to make or whatever. And I had a whole binder full of recipes, and I fucking lost it. Fuck. And it was all pretty cool shit because it was all like made from scratch or whatever. Like you would go step by step, like how to make fucking cookies from scratch, and then fucking showed you like all the steps you need to take and all the fucking ingredients you needed. And I lost all that shit, Mayo. I lost it all, Mayo. Ah!
What is silence?
Unfortunately.
Rest in peace, recipe book from high school.
Hey, you get the power of YouTube now, Jesus. I think you can YouTube
Yeah, I know. You
anything.
can probably bake anything from YouTube, huh?
That is true.
Just fucking go to
Tomorrow,
YouTube.
Jesus would be making his very own, I don't know, the fruitcake.
Well, but yeah, cooking show spinoff. Fuck yeah.
Fucking
Get
spin
drunk.
off. Yeah.
Bake shit.
Bake shit. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
he
Snoop
could call
Dogg
it
does.
HGP bake.
Snoop Dogg
Yeah,
and,
he does. Yeah.
Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart
Gets
get
baked,
high
I think.
together. Yeah, it's called getting baked. Yeah,
Right.
they get baked
I've
and
seen
they
that. It's
bake
funny.
and they both sit there and smoke a joint. Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, it's
And
really
they're
hilarious.
they're high out of their minds and they're just baking like, oh, we're gonna make some cookies and they're fucking
Talk about going to prison.
Martha Stewart. I can't believe like she twisted all that like
I know,
negative
dude.
PR shit into like some cool shit. That's pretty smart of her.
I know. Like now she's like legit cool.
Yeah,
Like,
she,
street
yeah,
cred.
Yeah, like she has street cred now because of Snoop Dogg.
She's got a
and
little
shit.
teardrop tattooed on her eye. You know.
She has her prison tattoos and shit.
Right.
Fucking Martha Stewart, dude. Oh man. Anyways, all right, man.
Yeah. We have another one we kind of hit on earlier from John Jerome. He asked if we've started or if we were going to watch the Witcher series on Netflix. And
Oh yeah.
we kind of hit on that one already.
Positive.
Good stuff. Good stuff, John Jerome. Also, Merry Christmas to you. I don't know if we said it, but Merry Christmas to you and to all the listeners.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah.
And happy whatever Hanukkah and holidays.
The other thing.
And happy day to you
Happy
if,
days.
if you don't celebrate anything. Happy day.
Yes. Happy listening to HGP Day.
Yeah.
HGP day.
Anyways,
But moving on, Pipe Dream might know this guy, Mr. Jonathan Hall.
Heard of him?
He says, "Have y'all tried that Winter Express mode on the Apex Legends yet? It's pretty effing fun."
Nobody
He
fucking
says he
plays
has
that game
spoken.
anymore, dude.
But he
Apex
has
Legends. No, actually, I kind of want to try this new mode. It's pretty much like it's like the train, right? You know the train that goes around the map, Mayo. It's pretty much like going around the map, and you gotta land on the train, and you gotta like hold it or whatever, like capture it and hold it,
Yeah.
and be the last one on the train, or like the last squad that's alive on the train. Which I don't know how that works. Is the train is going like? Is there a circle shrinking still? Because the train's on a
I
track.
think that was a train.
I just wonder if you get left behind or something like that, you'll just die. Like the circle will hit
That's
you.
what
Maybe the circle stays with the train. Maybe because I think it goes from like a station to station, and you can get off
Oh,
the train, you fight it out, and you have to get back on the train, and then it leaves.
so the
So it can
circle
be you.
stays. You think the circle
Maybe
stays with the train? That
I,
would make
I don't know.
sense.
I'm
That would
guessing
that
here.
would make some
Uh,
sense there. Yeah, that would make the most sense. The circle stays with the train, so if you like wait, if you're far away, you can't just like stand on the train track somewhere and wait for the train to come all the way around the map and jump on. You gotta
mhm.
follow it. I want to try this mode out, Jonathan. We should try it out, man.
Yes, we should.
Anyways, next question.
All right, and the last question we have from the Facebook group is from Brian Tulip Jr. and he says, "Did your kids ask for anything gaming related for Christmas?" And he says, "Have you picked up anything in the current sales?" I think he's just kind of talking about. I don't know if he's talking about the store sales or if he just means sales from like department stores.
Um. So my kid, no, she actually didn't ask for anything gaming related, which was fucking weird this year. Last year she got Minecraft for the Switch and all that good stuff. This year, I don't know what she didn't really want anything gaming related. Well, she wanted a Chromebook, but I don't know if she wants that for gaming or not. I'm assuming she might, but I don't know. She didn't tell me it was for gaming and that's what she wanted it for. I doubt it. Maybe she'll play Roblox with it or something. I don't fucking know, man. Not really, no. What about your kids, man? I'm sure your kids asked you for something gaming related. No?
No, they did not actually. You know,
Wow.
I think my kids benefit from me being on the show and buying lots of games and doing lots of games and having a large library already. They pretty much just fall upon games. They're like, "What does Dad have new today?" You know, they just get on randomly and find a game to play. I think.
That's nice. That's a lucky kid. Get all the cool shit.
Yeah, like yeah, I can see him now. He's like, "Yeah, I have that game. Yeah, I have that game."
Going to school, like
Like,
all his friends, dude, have you played the new? You're like, yeah, dude, I played that the other day. Like, yeah, no big deal. I already beat that game. You're gonna get it for Christmas. I beat it 2 weeks ago.
right.
Oh man.
Yeah, it makes it hard though, when you're shopping for games because
Yeah, it's hard to buy like gaming related things for people like myself because I don't have everything already. Like, were you gonna buy me another Xbox that I'm not gonna use?
yeah, I'm kind of out of upgrades. Like I could literally like go through and rebuild my PC. I guess I could do.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like my desk space and my peripherals and say lighting, I have it. I have all the ones I've already bought over time that
Yeah.
I wanted. I've even bought custom cables for my case. That was last year. I bought probably $80 worth of custom cables for the inside of my case. And a back plate for my graphics card that lights up and changes color with everything else.
Ooh.
And, my Corsair keyboard and mouse and all my desk lighting and my desk monitor mounts and all that kind of stuff. I just buy myself that as I go. So, like, I went to Micro Center actually the other day, which is a big computer store here in Columbus. So it's like, I don't know, Newegg, like a physical Newegg store. And I can go in there and just window shop and you see the coolest stuff. They do have some cool stuff, but some of it's very pricey. I definitely see things I want, but really for me to get anything related for the PC anymore, it would have to be just like a major upgrade, like a graphics card upgrade, motherboard, CPU upgrade, or something like that. And it's to the point where I'm at.
Yeah.
What about you, Pipe Dream? You bought
What's up?
anything game related or anything for the holidays?
I think so. Nothing new has come out. Really.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is it's kind of quiet right now. Like all the games have come out and they've been out, and
Well, I typically buy games as soon as they release.
Yeah. Same. But there is games that I will pick up this coming week.
Yeah, what's coming out?
Well, it's games that I want to pick up that I just
Just on the
heard
sales,
about,
yeah,
just from
like
the sales
Steam
and all that
sales.
shit. So I'm probably picking up Control. Probably gonna do that for like $30 on Epic or whatever. Then I'm probably gonna pick up Disco Elysium because I hear that game is really good. And I
It's
kind
called
of
Disclosing. Oh
Disco
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Elysium.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just
So
give that
That's
one a
good.
minute because I did message them. I'm trying to see if I can get a review copy.
Oh, okay.
So I can send it your way if I do get it.
Yeah, for
So
good.
I'll give that one a minute then. And then yeah, it's just because this week I have 5 days off, man, after Christmas or after Christmas Eve. I mean, so.
You know what? I did buy something. Actually, I want to ask you guys about this.
Ooh.
I bought I think it's called a Plague of Innocence or something like
Oh, A
that.
Plague Tale of Innocence.
Yeah, a Plague. Yeah, yeah.
A Plague
Have you
Tale
guys?
Innocence. It's a weird fucking title, but yeah, it's the one with
It is a weird fucking
the
title.
little girl and the little boy, or whatever, and they're trying to escape.
Yeah, I've only played a few minutes of it. It's been pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard it's really good. I might
Yeah.
actually. I kind of want to pick that one up too. I heard that one. IAMS keeps telling me that one's a really good game, but
Yeah, it starts out really strong.
I saw it in what's that shit? Um, Origin Mail, but I never downloaded it.
Yeah, I think it might be on sale.
it's $23 on Steam. I'm not sure if it's on sale. I just happened to look it up. I had it right here. It is. It's half off right now on Steam.
Yeah, John and I started it. Yeah, it's definitely it's intense. The beginning's really intense. It's rats.
Anyways, I got another question here from Brian Taub Jr. Mayo.
Okay.
He asked,
Okay, I want.
so what's the first thing he should add to the gaming laptops?
What?
Because you know he's gonna buy gaming laptops for his kids, right? He bought two of them apparently. I don't know what he bought. I don't know what he bought, but he apparently
Yeah.
bought two of them.
SSD drive.
So he doesn't know what to add to them. And it's kind of hard to know that, Brian, without knowing what you bought.
Yeah,
So,
definitely get an SSD drive or something.
I would say the puppy that's actually thinking about it is some kind of gaming mouse. Because most laptops normally don't have a mouse; they have a
that's true.
touchpad.
Wireless.
And you're going to want some kind of gaming mouse, and you don't have to go all out, but get one that has an adjustable DPI, which stands for dot per inch, and so that just changes how much your mouse will move on your screen when you move your mouse. So that's kind of handy for games. You can change the sensitivity if you're playing a shooter or something like that. But that would probably be the first thing that would jump out in my mind because you don't have a mouse because you have that trackpad.
Yeah.
Or either a PowerA Xbox controller that has a cord where you can plug it into the USB so you can play games with the controller if you have one laying around, or the dongle where you can make your Xbox controller wireless and plug it in to it so you can play your games with the controller since they're probably going to be familiar with that anyways.
Yeah.
Is another option that you could look at. And since they're kids and they're younger, I would maybe do like a PowerA controller because you don't want to mess with your Xbox controllers because, they could get broke. I walked downstairs to my living room this morning when I got up for work at 3 a.m. and one of the controllers was shoved in the cushion of the couch where the kids were playing Rocket League, and it was like halfway in and the thumbstick was all pushed to one side. And I'm going, great, this
Broke
thing's
it?
probably all out of center and
Yeah.
jacked up, so maybe you don't want to spend much, give them one PowerA corded controllers for like $20 and say, here you go.
Oh,
All right. Well, I think that's all we have. That's all we have,
Yep.
guys.
good story.
That's all we have for questions. That's all we have for news. That's all we have for the show. So
So where will we find you, Jesus?
you can find me on PlayStation, Jesus Walks a Lot, on Steam, Jesus Walks a Lot, on Epic Store, Jesus Walks a Lot, on everything, Jesus Walks a Lot. Add me on Blizzard, Jesus Walks a Lot. Add me, well, I guess on Activision, not on Blizzard. Activision, I'm Jesus Walks a Lot. On Blizzard, I'm Jesus HGP 1210. But yeah, add me on all those. Let's play Call of Duty, people. I really
I was
want
about
play
to say
some
that.
Call of
Jesus,
Duty.
don't we have a match coming up?
Oh, well, if you want to lose, I mean, I could beat you in Call of Duty if you really want to lose.
I mean,
Do you really want to lose? All right. Make that happen for you. It's up to you.
You know I'm not John, right?
Come on. John didn't think he's John, okay?
Yeah.
But Pipe Dream, have you been playing, John?
Yeah. Have you been playing against John and then felt really good about this, or what's going on here?
No, I haven't played against John.
Do you feel your odds are good? I'll play you 1v1. Let's go. We'll play on
All right, bro.
We'll play on that shipment map.
That sounds awful.
Just spawn on top of each other?
Yes, kill each other the whole time. Yeah, fuck yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on there and wait, Mayo. We got some changes coming in the show, don't we?
Yes, we do. I was kind of didn't know if you wanted to hit on that this week or not, but when do you want to start this? Maybe at the new year?
How about we do it now? Mayo?
Do you have something in mind?
I have something in mind right fucking now. So, ladies and gentlemen, the newest thing we got on the show is instead of you asking us all the fucking questions, how about we ask you the questions, huh? Oh, hey, oh. Oh, Brian's like, oh, shit. Brian's like, oh, fuck. The tables have turned. That's right.
There will be a test at the end.
So now, the question that I have for you this week, ladies and gentlemen, is what is, or what is either, like if you only have one, so what is, or what are if you have more than one. So like the top 5, I'm going to limit it to 5 because you guys get a little wild. What are the top 5 video games of this decade for you? And I want to see your guys' responses because I think at the Game of the Year show, I want to discuss between me, Mayo, and whoever's on the show, Ryan, Eric, and everybody. We're going to discuss our top 5 games of the decade. But I want to know what your guys' top 5 games of the decade were for. So, like the decade, we're going to go back to 2010. So,
there's some good fucking games.
Anything between 2010 and 2019. So, between then and now, it could release this week here. Somehow because your favorite game of the decade. So, in between then and 2000, so January 1st, 2010 to now, I mean, to tell us what your favorite 5 games are. There's so many fucking games, man. There's so many fucking games. So, you need to tell us what your favorite 5 games are of the decade and or your favorite game. If there's only one, what is your favorite game of the decade? Let us know, and like I said, you can give us on the show. We got a show feedback tab now in the Discord. Every week we post a show link in our Facebook group. You can leave it on the comments in there for the answer of the week.
I can actually make another tab for HGP
question of the week. A question of the week answer. Okay. Yeah.
So we'll make a tab in Discord, and then we can just post it on Facebook and get answers there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we could, all that good stuff. So, we need the answers, people, in Discord. That's why I want you all to join Discord. Because I think we're going to slowly gravitate and start moving everything over to Discord here.
Discord is so good, guys. I mean, if you're not on Discord, you really want to be on Discord. It's one way, to talk with us, because we're on there quite a bit. At least I try to be on there quite a bit. But it's just a nice way of the whole community getting together. Not just the PlayStation people, not just the Xbox people. Not just the PC people, but it shows everybody that's on there, and it shows them what they've been playing, who's online, who's not online. You can direct message, you can do video calls, you can do group chat. I mean, you can do anything you can think of in there when it comes to a party system.
For sure. So do it. I mean, people, just join Discord. It's free. You don't have to pay to join. It's nothing like that. You can, if you don't have a PC, don't worry. You can download an app on your phone and use it that way.
And it works the same.
Yeah, the same exact. I actually think it works better. It's easier on the phone, actually. Just fucking use it. You know what I mean? It works the same exact way. So there you go. Join our Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Link will be in the show notes to join, and we post a link every so often in our Facebook group and in our Facebook page. Anyways, I want the answer, motherfuckers. Yeah, what is your favorite game, or what are your favorite games of the decade between 2010 and now? Let us know. Let
And then we'll
us
read them
know.
off. Read off the answers next week. Is that what the plan will be then?
Sure. Yeah, sure. We'll read off the answers. We'll talk about them.
So get everybody's names out there, and we'll read off their answers, and we can maybe respond to their answers.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Anyways, I'm done. Where can we find you, Mayo?
All right, you're gonna find me, everywhere as the Mayo one. Pretty simple, keeping it easy, just like Jesus. I'm on all platforms that way, except for PlayStation, since I don't own a PlayStation. But the last place you will find me is on the Discord, and I'm just the Mayo on the Discord. And again, if you join the Discord, and if you don't know how to use Discord, get on Discord and just do the little @ symbol and start typing the Mayo, and my name will kind of pop up, and you can just click on it, and that will send me a direct message, and I can walk you through it real simple. So, and from there, I can teach you how to use Discord.
But you have to get
Really
on Discord first.
What's that?
Never mind.
Okay.
Well,
Anyhow,
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Pipe Dream, where can we find you?
You don't find me. I find you.
Oh.
P1, P3, Dream, PlayStation. I think that's what it is.
No spaces, people.
No spaces.
P1, P3.
P3, Dream.
Okay. All right. Well, anyways, thank you for joining us, Pipe Dream. Thank you for being here, Mayo. Gunny Chief is out this week, ladies and gentlemen. He's in Australia again.
Oh.
Yeah, he's doing Australian things with our Australian listeners. He's out there fighting the kangaroos and
Brave in the Outback.
and all the
Give him his British accent.
Anyways, dude, speaking of Australia, real quick, have you guys seen the picture of that giant, what's that thing called? It's something wasp. It's like a huge wasp.
Oh.
Like a red one. It's like size of like this. Like it's like a fucking foot big, dude.
Nope.
And there's a video of that, like a picture of this thing. There's actually a video of this thing, and it killed one of those like giant spiders. Like what are they called? Big house, like a big house spider, like a huge spider, like one of the biggest spiders in the world.
Wolf spider? Yeah,
Like
I don't know.
a wolf spider. I think it actually is a wolf spider.
I think so.
But it killed one of those things, and apparently this wasp, the sting of this wasp is the most painful sting any animal can give a human, and it's like the number one on the list.
Oh, you know what? I've heard of that.
And they said like this. So apparently they have a video of this wasp stung one of those spiders, and they was dragging it off. Like I was like, holy shit! And everyone was like, of course this has to be Australia, and it was.
Terrifying.
Everyone was like, holy shit! We're not surprised it's Australia though, but like, holy shit, that is wild. But yeah, apparently that fun fact, that fucking wasp or whatever, it's called like the red wasp or some fucking shit. If that thing stings you, the doctors pretty much tell you to like lie on the ground and scream.
Yeah, there's nothing
There's nothing that can give you that can help the pain. The only thing that's gonna help ease the pain is if you lie down on the floor and just scream.
It lasts for days.
Yeah, like they said, the immediate effect though is like the first 5 to 10 minutes. It's just the most worst pain you can fucking feel ever. Can you imagine that? Oh man,
I've seen some videos of it. And yeah, yeah.
It's crazy, Mayo. Anyways, we're
Yeah,
out of here.
crazy.
We're out of here. Peace out,
right.
Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next week's edition of the Horrible
Merry,
Gamers
Merry,
Podcast.
happy.
Merry Christmas. Happy
Holidays.
and we'll see you next week before our end of the year show, right? I mean, how many days? So we got the 28th.
Yep, that's true. We're almost there.
Yeah. So next week will be the last show of the year. And the week after that will not be Game of the Year. The week after that. So 2 weeks. Till Game of the Year show, guys.
Cool.
Get that survey filled out. So anyways, you guys saw me post a link in the group to the survey of the Game of the Year. Get that filled out, people. I'm going to put the link in the show notes as well. You're going to see it's a Google Docs. It's a survey. You're going to need an email address. Just put your gamer tag and at Gmail or whatever, so I know it's at least a person that filled it out. The reason I'm doing email addresses for each one is because I want to know that it's not the same person filling it out over and over and over again. You know what I mean?
thought you was gonna send everybody a gift card, Jesus.
Oh no. Everybody gets a $20 gift card courtesy of Gunny.
Yeah.
Gunny's sending his Jeep car keys. He's gonna send envelopes to everybody, and one of you is gonna get a Jeep car key in it.
He's gonna send a key to each person.
And you have to go to Gunny's house and try the key on his ignition. And if it works, you take the Jeep home. Woo! Woo!
Sick deal.
Anyways, but yeah, go fill that out, people. We're out of here. Peace out. Bye. Bye.
Peace out.